There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Took a little bit to get ready and get all the groceries back here. It's a little bit of a busy day. Guessing everybody got their freaking benefits because it was packed. Man, how y'all doing? Text from Taylor with the... Wait, which one? Who? Okay, I think everything's working now. Everything's going good. Let's see. Everything looks good. My end. There we go. Oh, oops. Why did I say not? That's getting... Alrighty, there we go. So I got all that going, got this going, got the kick stream pulled up. Sure, it'll look nice when I refresh it. Yes, everything's going now. How y'all doing? Ooh. Let's see. Nope, she ain't getting me yet. That ain't gonna happen. You can believe that. Ooh, man. So, we're going to be going through some Candace Owens stuff for sure. I'm going to be checking probably her, let's see. Let's check her out. See what's going on. I still got some stuff pulled up. Oh, wait, I have it pulled up right here. Duh. So, here we go. Let's just refresh. Now, let's see. Today on the show. Okay, cool. She's going to be going live. Is she live now?
Would never send.
Oh, she's live right
Joffrey
now,
Lannister
guys. Look at
into
that.
that.
Well, looks like we'll have to put that on pause for a bit. How far are we? Oh, wow. We're only like a minute. She just started. Okay. Cool. I'll have to skip her music and all. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, we're going to watch some stuff. We're going to see. Let's see. Megyn Kelly goes scorched earth on those lying about Charlie Kirk, huh? What, is it that 2-second clip of him saying, "Go Max"? Like, good Lord. That's crazy. That's completely crazy. Okay, how many people we got in here right now? We're going to wait for some people to get in here. And then we are going to jump right on headfirst into this video. Let's see. Her chat's up here. Should I leave the chat up? Let's see. Can't believe I actually caught a live. Hey, yeah. Hi, Erica. How you doing? Hey, I appreciate it a lot. I really do. Genuinely. Thank you guys. Seriously, thank you all for being here. If you're new here, definitely subscribe. Give a like. Because that boosts this channel up more than anything. You guys have been amazing. You guys realize that you got me like 1,000 subscribers in like just the past couple days, right? Like that's insane. That's some insane growth. Seriously, I owe every one of you to it. Like, you guys are amazing. Just absolutely amazing. And yet again, all we're doing here is just simply asking questions. That's all we're doing. You know? There's nothing wrong with asking questions, right? Is my stream all good, though? Is anything, like, weird? I think anything's weird. Why the heck is this all off, though? There we go. 1 to 14. 14 people in here already. Thank you, guys. Seriously. Now I can't see it. Man, that's weird. Go. I only have 11 views, though, but 14 concurrent viewers right now. That's something else, isn't it? Good job, YouTube. Interesting stuff. So anyway, yeah. Let's, lying is normal for Candace? Absolutely. Alrighty, guys. Let's go ahead and get started with Candace here. We're going to have a good time.
Happy Wednesday. I don't know what these people thought. I don't know what they thought. I think they thought Charlie Kirk would get assassinated. They would very quickly bury him in a yarmulke and then convince the world that he was actually besties with Ben Shapiro and Josh Hammer. He didn't even know Candace Owens. His last words before he died were, "Honor the Sabbath and buy Josh Hammer's book."
Like, are you kidding me? Really? Do you actually believe that, Candace? Like, do you believe what you're saying right now? That anybody's put that out there? Really?
Yeah. And also, he had just written this Romeo and Juliet letter to Bibi Netanyahu. I feel like that was
Is that what
kind
that
of the
was?
plan. But look, the best laid plans, they can fall apart. And I can tell you guys, this one is falling apart. It is like,
Didn't she just say absolutely that TPUSA did not plan anything and she didn't point anybody towards being the murderer? Isn't that interesting? She didn't blame anybody. And then what she start off this video with like, oh, they just tried to end him and then bury him in a yarmulke and then all that stuff. It's like, it sounds like to me you are blaming TPUSA directly now. Like, didn't she just say that didn't happen? Didn't she say Ben Shapiro was lying about that happening? And now here we are. First, like, how fast is it? Like, first, geez, how is this? Like 1 minute? Not even a minute. It's like, yeah, not even a minute yet into this. And she's already saying that TPUSA did this. It's crazy.
like an avalanche of truth that is just coming at the Zionist
Agreed,
lobby.
Ghost. How you doing?
Because they were just
Good to see
sloppy
you, Rebecca.
in these lies, these post-mortem lies. Anyways,
Madness, Destroyer,
Megyn Kelly, okay, from the top ropes, she just swooped in and did something unexpected.
Yeah,
by
it is pretty
slamming
unexpected.
these people. Really, she didn't even try to slam them. She just told the truth. She produced video evidence of what Charlie said to Tucker backstage at the
Really?
Student Action Summit in July. We're going to get to that also. Do you guys remember how everybody was freaking out when I told the truth about how long it normally takes for Turning Point USA events to come together on campus?
No, nobody freaked out. It's just you have a small window inside of that, Candace. You're like, they have to take exactly 6 months per booking for each college. And it's like, really? Every single college? Every single one? One of them couldn't take 2 months to book? For real? Like it's not possible? Okay.
Well, I always told you when they freak out, it's a clue. And now I know why they are kind of freaking out. And I'm going to tell you.
Oh,
So
okay.
welcome back to
So
Candace.
now we know why. Oh, Michelle, thank you so much. Holy crap. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Hello, Journal of our Journey. Oh, not this. Nope. Nope, I can't play that. I cannot play that music at all. Up yours, Kanye. I am not paying you a dang old dime for that song. That is 4 seconds long.
Okay, I'm
Unbelievable
excited for
stuff,
today,
you know?
for the rest of the week, because we have got some very interesting updates for you in the Charlie Kirk assassination.
All right,
the
let's get to
assassination
it.
that seems to have broken
Hello,
the
Nickel.
brains of Zionists. They are not acting
appreciate
right. Can we
that.
all agree? Zionists are not acting right. They are panicking so much that they randomly sent Ben Shapiro out into the daylight. And that, my friends, like I said, is a move, okay? Sarah
Ben Shapiro goes out in public and talks to people all the time. Like, it's not that crazy. I don't like Ben Shapiro. Like, I'm really not a fan of Ben Shapiro at all. But I can't deny any of those facts. Ben Shapiro debates people all the time. He's a really good debater, too. He is very quick. He's very witty. And he's very knowledgeable. No doubt about it. Like, denying that is just completely ridiculous.
C would never send Joffrey Lannister into battle, right? And they just went ahead and did that. And
Really? God, that's
he
a rude thing to call
lied
Ben, actually.
to
Wow.
Megyn Kelly's face. It is never a good idea to lie, full stop.
Oh, okay.
Definitely not a good idea to lie to a woman's face.
He didn't
And
lie.
definitely not a good idea to lie to her face and try to humiliate her on her own tour. I personally would have strongly advised against it, okay? If somebody said, is this a good idea? I would have said, you know what? Let's maybe not do that. But it happened. And
Ian
it's
Carroll
important to stress here that this was
up
not just a simple mistake that Ben made, right? That's always a possibility that Ben really thought maybe he's backstage and sees something on Twitter and somebody
Hold on. Are you concerned about the YouTube video put out by Raytheon, or put out by Erica's dad 14 years ago? Raytheon in Israel? That's not them, but Ian Carroll show commented up here, but that's an interesting comment. Candace won't talk about. Where is Ian Carroll? Why are they all replying to Ian Carroll? Whoa. Wow, these suck. I can't navigate through these. Okay. How am I supposed to navigate to the middle of these at all? Okay, whatever. That's garbage. Can I see this? Okay, we love you, Candace. The whole world is with you. Keep going. Wow. Strong, encouraging words.
said,
Never
Candace
mind.
just
I thought he was
said
going to have a point.
that Erica Kirk murdered Charlie, and then he gets on stage and he repeats it. Maybe it's just an
Hello,
accident.
Lisa. Hello, Susie
Highly
Q.
unlikely, but of course you have to run that plausibility. But we can
Yeah, I
now
absolutely
confirm that that
agree.
certainly was not the case. This was not a simple mistake because in the days following it, he didn't recant. He did not modify. He did not correct. He has a platform. He could have just come out and said, oh, I got the details wrong. Nope. This was a premeditated and a post-meditated lie. Okay?
Really?
Intended
How do you know
morally
that? How do you know the
blackmail Meghan
intent behind
into
the
a
lie specifically? How do you know it was premeditated and postmeditated? He could have came up with that right on the fly. You don't know that, Candace. Why are you saying weird stuff like that?
position.
This is so
to
weird.
Decide
She's just, like,
right now
fluffing up
on
the
the
show 'cause
spot
she's got
whether
nothing.
you are going to stand with evil Candace, who was accusing Erica Kirk of murdering her own husband.
Hey, Alexander.
And that lie backfired gloriously.
Did it?
By the way, I think if it had been any other person, like if it was not Megyn Kelly who was sitting across from Ben, his strategy would have worked. That was high pressure, peer pressure. She
Hey, Heart Love.
happens to be
agree
extraordinarily
with you.
media trained, and she didn't buck. Okay, she looked uncomfortable, but she did not bend to his will. She kind of just moved along and said some stuff about Tucker.
Okay.
Asked again, like, "Are you sure she said that?" And he said, "Yes, she said that." And then she
Well, it's not about whether you said it or not. Ben was probably wrong there, specifically about that. But that's not what happened either. He said, yes, she's blaming people inside TPUSA. By proxy, Erica Kirk is involved in your little scheme that you're concocting, okay? Now, look, if Candace Owens is absolutely right, that means Erica Kirk has to be involved one way or the other. Whether she's being held hostage by them or whether she is willingly involved. It has to be one of the two. There's no other way around it. So when Candace is saying she's not blaming Erica Kirk, it's like that doesn't even make sense. You can't even have your theory without blaming Erica Kirk. It's literally impossible. You said the diaries were fake, that Charlie Kirk would have gotten a lawyer to have the succession because he would have had this grand plan of whenever he passes, who everybody would succeed, and you said all of that was fake. But Erica Kirk succeeded as CEO of the company. So that just doesn't make sense, Candace. There is no possible way that you could sit here and say, I don't think Erica Kirk was a part of it at all. I didn't accuse her of being a part of this. Without, like, it can't work. Your theory's bunk then. Your theory's completely bunk. How can people within TPUSA literally be in on his ending, and yet the absolute CEO, who is now his wife, has no access to any of this stuff? Can't question the lawyers of her own husband? Is that what you're saying? And you don't think that his wife would find that to be weird? Are you kidding me? TPUSA won't turn over the journals to her at all, right? But why wouldn't she come out and say that? Okay, why is she going along with it? Do you understand how this doesn't make any sense whatsoever? It doesn't make sense, Candace. That's a big, big problem. Like, you can't sit here and be like this. Like, it's crazy.
She found out, obviously, that I did not say that.
Yeah, Michelle, she's so
and
wicked.
the following night of her tour, during a Q&A section,
that she doesn't believe
somebody named
Yeah.
Josh stepped up and asked
She
her
believes it.
about that moment, and here is what Megyn Kelly said.
Okay.
Hi, Megan.
Hi.
My name
Let's
is
see this.
Joshua. My question is, during a recent
Exactly.
stop, you
Erica
had
is
Ben
TPUSA.
Shapiro as a guest, and he had made some claims about Candace, saying that she had said certain things online, and when he made those claims, you looked visibly uncomfortable because, you hadn't heard
I
that
like
and
that
couldn't
word.
verify that. So my question is,
Hello, Faithful.
why did you look so uncomfortable in that moment, and have you researched
Boy,
the
did
claims
Randall,
that
oh my
he made
gosh.
since?
Thank you for that. Yeah, no, he said that Candace has been claiming Erica Kirk was behind the murder of Charlie, which I had not heard, and I was taken aback because that seems like something I would have heard.
Are we just gonna genuinely play stupid here, though? She's saying TPUSA betrayed Charlie Kirk. Candace, like, that Erica is the CEO of TPUSA. How could they possibly keep her out of all of this? How could they keep her out of the succession plans, right? She's in charge. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. She would have had to have seen the will. And she said that she did. She also said that she saw the autopsy report and stuff, and Candace was like, oh, well, I hadn't seen that. At least we know that there is one. And it's like, yeah, you haven't seen it, Candace. You don't know. But why would Erica Kirk withhold all that information? And why? Like, it doesn't make sense. Erica Kirk has to be either held hostage by TPUSA, or she is willingly a part of the quote-unquote betrayal. There's no other way around it, Candace. You can't hold your ideology and have both of those. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work.
So crazy, and I have since learned it is not true. Candace has not made that claim.
Hey, she's even
And
partly
in fact,
blamed Mr. Beast.
I've now seen several
Think about
clips of
that.
Candace specifically defending Erica Kirk and saying she would never make a claim like that about Erica, and that she is open-minded to other people at Turning Point. That's obvious. She's been making that point. I had heard that point. But that
Open-minded is not pointing the finger and saying they did it without evidence. That's not
she's
open-minded.
specifically been defending Erica Kirk, and she's been saying she does not think that of Erica. And in fact, if you read her comments, she's under pressure to make comments about Erica. And so far, what I've seen, she hasn't. So thank you for
The
that.
problem is that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make
And
sense.
I'll tell you right now, Megan was not done. And I will say this, even if I remove myself from a situation, it is actually the most disrespectful thing that you can do to someone that you purport to be friends with or friendly with. I can't even imagine that. Like, hey, will you join me on stage? I really like you and I'm on tour and I'd love to have you on stage for a discussion. And then this person starts coming
Megyn
after
Kelly's not
me
thinking
and
at
questioning
all.
my moral compass. Really process that. That's just not.
Thank you for coming here,
That's just not
Alejandro.
cool beyond anything else. So I was pretty dumbfounded when Dave Rubin weighed in on the matter, and he called
really?
what
Finally.
Ben did, effectively trying to humiliate Megan on her own stage. He referred to it as almost an act of bravery. Take a listen to what Dave Rubin says.
Well, let's see what Dave
All right,
Rubin.
first off, again, like I know I guess I'm glazing Ben right now, but he deserves it. It is not easy to go onto someone else's show in general when it's not a live audience and criticize them, but it's really not easy to do it when you're in front of thousands of people. I don't know how many people are at
They must be getting good money then, because, yeah, she didn't used to like Megyn Kelly. So, there is that. Now she's simping for Candace. It's a little strange. It's a little strange. I wish they would critically think.
those shows, but it's certainly thousands. You can add it to me. When thousands of people are there to watch Megyn, and then you have to criticize her a little bit, and he did it absolutely respectfully, and I think he did it properly. Listen, I don't care. Look, you can tell I don't really want to talk about
Why are you
Tucker. I
showing
certainly
this
don't want to
clip,
talk about this
Candace?
Nick guy, but sometimes these things just hit you in the desk, and I agree with Ben. Like, I have a job to do, and if I don't address the things sometimes that I don't want to, then I'm probably not very good at my job, and you should watch another show. I don't really want to talk about Candace. We were great friends for a long time. She has been to this house for dinner. She loves chicken parm.
Well, I can fact check true. I have been to his house for dinner, and I do really love chicken parm, and I had a good one at his house. I will say that. I'm not going to front. But the other part that he is saying here, I don't know what happens in your Zionist where you just, on this one topic and this.
I don't know. Maybe it's whenever he introduced you to Kanye West and then you completely threw him under the bus and then, ghosted him. As you were getting bigger than him, you jumped away from him and there was no reason. I have no idea why she did that. It's really weird, but he introduced her to Kanye West and this is how she thanks him. You know what I mean? And he did it 6 months before Kanye West ended up tweeting her out. It's wild, right? Completely crazy.
This was what it was with Dave Rubin, and why I had to stop being friends with him or friendly with him is like they just don't know what it actually means to be a good friend. You do not, when you are invited to join somebody on stage, prepare a lie, right? Present them with a lie and try to peer pressure them in front of their own fans. That's like there are a million things that can happen before that ever comes to it. She did not invite him to have a debate. She invited him to come on her tour and to introduce, to have him in front of her audience and to have a.
So it's not proper for you to push people at all, right? Like, I guess all of a sudden we just don't push back on people when they have bad ideology anymore. Now she's literally turning into everything that the left stands for. It's crazy. So somebody comes onto your stage and you disagree with them on some stuff, but you're not supposed to talk about the stuff you disagree with at all. You're all supposed to just lockstep agree with each other. That's completely wild. Yeah, Ben misspoke whenever he said you came out and said that Erica Kirk was behind this. But the fact of the matter is you can't possibly believe in what it is that you believe in without actually blaming Erica Kirk. It's completely and totally impossible. She's the CEO of TPUSA. As we've said a million times now, okay? She is the successor, and you disagree with the succession. You say it's not real. But yet, Erica's the one in charge of all that. So what gives? It doesn't make sense.
Conversation about their values. It's just not the right place, not the right time. And it really just shows that you're not a good person because she probably went backstage, okay, and said hello to him and was all friendly. If you want to take her to the side and said, hey,
I don't care
wanted
about
to
the
have a
drama part,
face-to-face
Candace. Get to
conversation
the
with you.
point. Debunk
That's
him.
how like regular people would handle something like that. Not try to humiliate you on your own stage. That's just going to make Meghan upset. And Meghan does eventually do
then he had it
what
out for
I do
Meghan.
when I get
Okay.
mad. I double
All right.
down on
so
the
he's
truth.
had it out for Meghan.
Right?
We get it. He doesn't like Meghan. Okay, so he doesn't like Meghan. He doesn't respect her. What else?
What I
Come
sentence
on.
people to.
Like,
More truth.
I don't need to
and
hear more
it's
about it. This is
fantastic to
Gossip
just be able
Girl.
to share more truth. And you don't have to be vengeful. You can just share more truth, and it's deeply upsetting to them. And that's what she does. She was literally
Oh my
trending all
God.
weekend. This
This annoys me.
video that she shared was incredibly interesting because you will recall
She probably thinks
that
Jesus
after
wasn't
Charlie
a Jew.
died, there was basically
probably
just
genuinely
me,
doesn't.
Tucker, and Meghan that were trying to say, hey, something like was going on, and he was feeling a lot of peer pressure in the weeks leading up to his death. And Zionists were claiming that's all a lie. And Tucker was like, no. Charlie asked me explicitly in July to go on stage and to go after Israel, trying to drag us into the Iran war.
Okay, any proof?
I was talking to him about Jeffrey Epstein, and I was saying to Charlie, I won't do it. And Charlie wanted me to do it, right?
Oh, really?
And
Okay, so
Zionist-
you were the one that was getting paid by the Jews back then. He was telling you to do it, and you were like, I can't do that.
That he was lying. I'm going to refresh your memory here
Okay.
and
This
let
is
you
gonna be
listen
interesting.
to what Tucker claimed that they then said was a lie.
Okay.
Before that speech that I gave in July, we had a conversation about this backstage right before I went on. And I was fulminating and getting all red in the face like I often do
Hey,
to
gamer.
my shame. And I was mad thinking about this and thinking about the effort by the neocons in the United States to draw us in to another forever war with Iran. It's not a defense of Iran, of course. It's merely an acknowledgement that we've done this before. This happened in Iraq, which we entered into at the behest of those same foreign policy strategists.
Ooh, it's hot up here now.
And it didn't work. And so I was going on at some length backstage with Charlie, and I said, probably not going to talk about that. I'm not going to torture you. I know your donors hate this when I say that. And also Epstein was in the news, and it was clear to me that, Epstein's probably not like a Mossad agent or something, but Epstein clearly had contact with Israeli intelligence and American intelligence and French intelligence, but the only one you're not allowed to talk about is Israeli intelligence. But it seemed true to me, and I had done some work on that. I knew a bunch of people pretty close to that story, so I thought that. And I said that to Charlie, and I said, but I'm not going to say that.
Liar. Actually, I'm not sure.
Donors mad. I know. It's just going to be like an endless flurry of text telling you to stop or you're going to lose a bunch of funding. And he looked at me, I'll never forget it, and said, go all the way. Do it. Go all the way. I said, man, a lot of things I can talk about. I don't need to talk about that. And he said, do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Any proof,
like
though?
I said, they tried to bury Charlie in a yarmulke, and we were telling you, no, he had a change of heart towards
Okay, but I would like some proof for that conversation. You could show us, right?
the end. And I was telling you that Turning Point had captured that. They were all mic'd, okay? So Turning Point captured that,
Yeah,
and they could have
absolutely,
easily
Michelle.
released it
Hey,
to give me
Samurai.
a little bit of backup. But of course, that wasn't going to come from them. Well, just my luck and Tucker's luck that Megyn Kelly
Yeah, exactly.
actually
Good point. You can't talk about it, but Tucker's freely talking about it. Candace is freely talking about it, too. So's every other, everybody. Actually, the one thing that is safe to talk about is how much you hate Israel. Look at Hassan Piker. Look at all these other people. Look at Frogan. Look at all, they're all allowed to do this. In fact, it's the most popular thing is to hate on Israel. So I don't know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? So it is very, very, very silly.
caught very quickly. Maybe it looks like maybe her assistant's backstage. I don't know the backstory here, but she was in that discussion, which I had not heard before.
Okay.
And she reveals very quickly, you were going to hear Charlie say that Tucker should go for it. So this
are
is
we?
what Megyn Kelly released on her show yesterday.
gonna
You
say
should
go
watch
for
the
it,
full
right?
episode. Take a listen.
I found a video
Watch
of
this.
me, Tucker, and Charlie speaking backstage right before Tucker went out. Tucker and I were talking. Charlie came over and interrupted for just a second. And you can hear him on this tape, which I've listened to many times. It's very clear on my phone, less clear here probably as we play it. But he says to Tucker, go Max. He interrupts the conversation because he has to say to Tucker something. And what was so important to him to tell Tucker was, go Max. Here it is.
This is it, guys. This is everything. This is the absolute pinnacle of proof. Are you guys ready for this? Okay, this is the pinnacle of proof that Charlie Kirk was anti-Israel. I don't know if you guys can handle this, but this is the craziest evidence yet.
It is.
Go Max.
It's quick.
All right. Well, you got me, Candace. There it is. There it is. I am full Palestine now. Come on. Everyone here. Everyone here is pro-Palestine now, right? Right? What just happened? All right. Is this a joke? There's no way. No way in hell that they're not trolling us now. There is no way in hell that they are not trolling us. That is insane. Look at all these people here, mandates, all this stuff, it's just, these people are all on board with Candace here. And this is it. This is the evidence, guys. I am completely and totally shocked that I doubted Candace before at all. That evidence is so clear. Man, if you were to tell me that actually Charlie Kirk was just pro-CCP at that point, now I'd believe it with those powerful words. Man, this is just amazing.
It just happens to be on tape, and it backs up what Tucker said.
Well, Charlie, we're going Max now, okay? Because Tucker told the truth.
Oh,
he had a conversation with Charlie about everything, and Charlie wanted him to go hard. Now Megan's adding to it.
I've actually genuinely never been, even if it's true, even if everything that they're telling us is true, I've never been more pissed off about information in my life than other than right in this moment. Because you have to genuinely be insulting my intelligence to think that that's evidence whatsoever. Like, even if it was true, even if it was like, no, this really did happen, and you try to pull something up on it, I would be like, look, this isn't even proof. I'm not even going to show this because people will tear me apart. Because it's nothing. It's literally nothing. He says, go Max. He could literally be talking about somebody's freaking diapers that they have to wear. They're adult diapers. What do you wear? Guys, I would go Max. Go Max. My grandma wears them. Tucker, if you need them, go Max. I don't know what he's talking about, Candace. That's insane. That's actually just psychotic. How stupid do you think we are to present such garbage to us like that?
He even
it's unbelievable.
Before he hit the stage and said, "Go Max."
And
go
these
Max,
people are paying her like
Tucker,
$50 like
Charlie
every
was
second
done
here.
with
It's
these
crazy.
donors. He was done with them. He really was. And I can tell you another story about which donor was waiting for him once Tucker got off stage and yelled at Charlie. That was a female Jewish donor. And I will be outing her later because I don't care about anything right now. Anyways, point being is we were telling the truth. And we have been facing so much peer pressure, so much nastiness for just trying to get out the true narrative about where Charlie's headspace was at before he died.
Was it go Max?
My favorite part of all of this now is watching them lose. The people who tried with all of the money in the world to artificially direct the markets toward them after Charlie.
I gotta know. Do I know you in real life? I've got to know. Yeah, Kelly Kennedy there. I gotta know. Do I know you in real life?
Charlie died are losing. Okay. The people who sold T-shirts, who got on stage and said they were Charlie's favorite pastor, America's pastor. I'm going to take over for Charlie. The people who use their connections, their wealth to get themselves almost invited to be a part of Charlie Kirk's legacy. People that didn't even support Charlie Kirk while he was alive. The people who rushed to lie about me and Charlie's relationship.
Thanks for coming here.
As close as we were. You guys are losing. I want you to know that because the market...
Are we?
Turns out the market is smarter than you are.
Are we losing, Candace? Because I don't know. I feel like I may go Max. I could go Max in an instant. What are you talking about, Candace? You sound like a psychopath now. I've been giving you a lot of benefit of the doubt, but releasing this is so unbelievably enraging and insulting to my intelligence and everybody else's intelligence, Candace, that I can't even give you that benefit of the doubt anymore. You are absolutely insane. You're
I go back
insane.
to that Taylor Lorenz tweet early
This
on.
is unacceptable.
She's a hardcore lefty, yet in the immediate aftermath of Charlie's death, she said, "It's wild that Candace is the only right-wing figure that I've seen posting in a way where she seems genuinely devastated to have lost Charlie as a friend." Why did she tweet that? Well, I have an answer for that now, Taylor, now that I'm seeing straight, because it's becoming very clear to me that Charlie was a product to everybody else. He was not a human being. He was a product that they felt
I could tell.
that they had
You are
manufactured. That is my honest opinion, and I am entitled to that opinion, okay? And not only did they think that they had manufactured him, they felt that he was now malfunctioning. He was malfunctioning. And we're not going to let this go.
You're acting like Charlie was like in this spiral before he went. Like, you can't provide proof for any of this whatsoever. You're acting like he was just like being ripped apart piece by piece right before to his bitter end. Like, it's getting worse and worse as time goes on. All of a sudden, the stories keep getting grander and grander when she could have talked about all of this weeks ago. And it just keeps bigger and it keeps growing like crazy. It's like a giant cancer. Next thing you're going to know, like, next thing she's going to talk about is how Charlie was, like, digging into, like, I don't know, the Da Vinci files or something. You know what I mean? Like, or the Da Vinci Code, that's what it was. You know what I mean? That he was this close to figuring out the truth of this entire world or something. Like, he's some great, what would I call it? What was Indiana Jones thinking? I can't think of the time. Not paleontologist, but archaeologist. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. The story keeps getting out of control, Candace. There's so many new branches to the story that don't even connect to your original point, and it absolutely irritates me. You know, if so many people that watched to just debunk her didn't count towards her watch count, she wouldn't have half the viewership. Yeah. Maybe. If so many people that watched it. Well, maybe. I doubt that. I mean, I have 44 people watching me, which means that's 44 probably not going and pulling hers up at the same time. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. Like, you mean if people that watched critical channels of her? Because, I mean, it's crazy. Like, she just said that the ultimate proof here was Charlie Kirk just saying go Max to Tucker Carlson. And that's proof that he was anti-Israel. That's one of the most psychotic things I've ever heard in my entire life.
We are not going to stop speaking about this topic because I sense that we are getting very close because they are very angry.
You're always getting very close. You've been doing that for a month, Candace.
The verifiable lies that we have thus far been told by Turning Point USA themselves. Okay. Which apparently they're trying to say it's off limits. So now you can't call out all these lies that Turning Point USA has told you. This is what they're trying to struggle session us into because Erica Kirk is now the CEO, so they're off limits. So they're allowed to lie. No,
what?
That's
when
ridiculous.
did they say that?
We will not be following that. Here's our list, and this is by no means definitive, okay? Just getting this together briefly. They told us these lies. The amazing, heroic, magnificent Mikey McCoy had blood all over him.
One of the guys did have blood all over him, and he was near Mikey. So I'm guessing that he either confused it or maybe he was lying to ham up his son. But the fact of the matter is you said that nobody had blood on them. And that was incorrect. I've watched the video here on this channel. We see exactly who has blood on him. It was the guy putting pressure to the wound. He was packing the wound and he has blood all over his hands, all over his pants, and everything else. Completely and totally found out. Okay?
That's a lie told by Pastor Rob McCoy.
Okay.
Charlie was a committed evangelical who only liked Catholic architecture. That's a lie.
You have not disproven that, though, Candace. You showed us a Christian cross instead of a crucifix that he would wear, so you don't know about your own religion. That's unbelievable, Candace. Maybe you should practice Catholicism a lot harder than what you do and learn a thing or two about it before you make dumb claims like that.
Told and reinforced by Alex Clark and Andrew Colvett. Lie number 3 is that Charlie's neck stopped a .30-06 bullet because Charlie ate salad, he had strong bones, it was a modern-day Christian miracle.
What .30-06 bullet, Candace? Can you tell me? Can you tell me specifically which one it was? Was it 55-grain coyote shot that won't even go through a 16-pound dog? Or was it 225 255, whatever it is, bear, like, you know, a bear slug that'll take a bear down. Which one was it? And there's all these in between from like 100 grain to 125 grain to 155 grain to, you know, you get it, right? 175 grain, all that stuff. Elk, deer, all sorts of different game. And the reason why they make them is to ensure that the bullet won't go all the way through, because you don't want to take your neighbor out. It's kind of a dangerous thing. You wouldn't want to shoot those out in the middle of the woods and have it go through an animal and then go all the way through someone's house. That wouldn't make much sense, Candace. So they make different shot. There's a reason why they make bird shot for certain things, because they don't go very far, but they'll take a bird out. Because birds are tiny little creatures that you could crush with your fingers. They're not very strong. So you need something that's not very strong to hit them, or else you're going to blow out the bird and you're going to take everything else out behind it. You have no idea what you're talking about, Candace. You're sitting here and you are so dead set that one certain bullet couldn't go through them, and we don't even know what that bullet was. If we find out that it's a 255 or 225, whatever grain casing that was fired off in the court, then I'll give it to you. But we have no idea what it was. We have no clue, Candace. But you're automatically on it, like this is how it had to be, with zero evidence. You have to wait to the court date before you make such a stupid claim. You're telling everybody that his neck couldn't have stopped it. But you don't even know what hit him. You have no idea.
That's a lie. The offender is Andrew Colvett. Another lie. Charlie never blinked in his support for Israel. Offender Josh Hammer, Bibi Netanyahu.
You've never proven that. You have never proven that he didn't waver in that. You have no idea. You have a text message where he says he may leave it, but we have no before or after text from that. So I have no idea if he did or didn't, Candace. And it's your job to prove that because you made the claim.
Insert Zionist here, many Zionist, Christian Zionist influencers as well. That turned out to be a big lie, an unnecessary lie. Lie number 5, the magnificent Mikey McCoy called his dad first. That's a lie. Rob McCoy told that lie.
I don't care. He doesn't know who he called first. He has no idea who called first. Okay? No clue. He wasn't there. He was in Arizona, right? He was the one in Arizona. Said his son called him first. How is he going to know who he called first? As if his son would have told him that, right? I don't know. That's not a reliable lie. He has no idea.
Number 6 is Terrell, the AV guy, was told to remove the cameras by police. That's not true. I have every second of his moves. That offender would be Tyler Boyd.
Did the police come out and say that didn't happen? If the police did not come out and say that didn't happen, you can't say that's not true either. Because they could have literally pointed right over at him in a split second, off camera, and said, go get those for us. Have no idea.
Boyer, okay? He lied. Number 7, Terrell moved the SD cards because people were stealing hats. Question mark, Andrew Colvett, what if you were scared about people stealing? Maybe remove the cameras?
I don't know. Maybe he told you that because it's none of your business. I have actually no clue. But it actually isn't like any of your business whatsoever. And he may have been like, no, I'm not giving you any information.
Very expensive cameras?
I don't know.
Would be the thing that they would steal. What are they going to do with your SD card? They're going to resell that? Like, that doesn't make sense. Those are pretty cheap, right?
Or, take the footage for
lie
themselves.
number 8, Ben Shapiro and Charlie Kirk never had any bad blood between them. The offender there was Alex Clark. Ben Shapiro was on her show, and I don't know why.
I don't know that they would know that, though. Did Charlie Kirk tell him he didn't like Ben Shapiro? It wasn't public knowledge. I don't know that they knew that or not. Like, he could have been like, I never heard about any bad blood. There's no bad blood. I don't know. Ben Shapiro might not even be the wiser. Maybe Charlie just didn't like Ben behind his back. I have no idea.
She tried that little bit of propaganda when she knew that wasn't factually true. 9, Charlie established Doge, and that wasn't unusual. Turning Point financially audits the company every year since its inception. Yes. Lie. Doge was entirely different from the apparatus.
You haven't provided any proof. And there's evidence to show that he always audited his own company. You haven't provided anything, though, Candace. How do you know this?
Of financially auditing yourself, which is recommended and actually in some states required for a company that size. That's 501c3.
Okay.
And 10, like I said, this is by no means a definitive list. Mikey McCoy was a hero that day. Now, you could say that's subjective, But I feel like that, like objectively, to be a hero, you can't just make quick phone calls. I don't know. I not include 911 in that list. So.
I don't know. Who cares? The company is like saying that their workers did a good job. What else do you expect them to do? Like, I don't know. Do you want them to all come out and just say, hey, we all did a bad job, even though we did exactly what we were told to do? I don't know. So weird. Hello, Jack. It's, Candace and her followers have officially reached cult status. I agree, Joni. Yeah, it's, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, she's making these, like, kind of half, like, okay, these are verified lies. Okay, let's say every one of these lies are verified, okay? Every one of these lies are verified, except for the 30-06, because they have absolutely not been verified. This isn't verified by anything at all. We don't know what bullet hit him. We have no clue. We have no idea, so that's just so stupid to be on this list. Candace, you should be ashamed of yourself. Go to a freaking gun range and ask them their opinion right there. Be like, hey, would this do this? Well, it depends on what was shot, you know, and they'll show you all the different bullets that they have for 30-06. They'll gladly show you all of them, and they can educate you a little bit, Candace. It would be nice if you did that. Please. Please go out and educate yourself. I'm tired of screaming into a microphone that people are wrong about the 30-06 because they just don't know. The only time you guys will be right, and I will concede it, is when we see the trial and they show the bullet. And if we see the bullet exactly what kind it was, then maybe you might be right. But we won't know until we see that.
You can't just make quick phone calls. I don't know. I not include 911 in that list. So I'm going to put that on our list of lies. Now we're going to learn some more things that are interesting and compelling. Now, remember, there was that mass panic about me telling the truth about how long it takes for campus events to come together.
No, that's your subjective opinion, Candace. Based on your 3 years, actually, it was based on 1 month of you being at TPUSA. You didn't even show the full 3 years, but it was based on 1 month and only 3 campus stops. That was it. Out of thousands of campus stops that TPUSA has done, you showed 3. That's nothing.
Schedule, how long, how early they will start promoting for people to buy tickets. I was on tour every single semester,
you know,
okay, up until June of 2024, okay? And they were mass panicking about this. They were all coming out of the gates, Allie Stuckey, debunking. I was like totally bizarre, as if I didn't work for Turning Point and go on these tours with Charlie. Okay. And when people start panicking,
you didn't go on that many with them
in that way, they're just alarms, okay? You have to think of these people as alarms, and you should understand that you're getting close to something. And what I've learned has been pretty incredible. So going back to our timeline, I will remind you, it was July 18th. According to the local Utah News, they found this out. It was July 18th that UVU Turning Point chapter requested to have Charlie speak. That is very late in the day for a request. They're usually backed up entire semesters.
Candace, oh my God. They could have literally, if they really wanted to fake this so good, they could have just done it at any freaking time of the day. Oh, they did it late at night. That's the suspicious time. That's when all the Jews pop out and start doing their feedings.
Guess how quickly Turning Point headquarters not only approved it, but then sent people to campus to begin scouting a location almost immediately.
Why wouldn't they do it at any other campus, Candace? Why in Utah? Does Utah just have really bad mass shooter issues? You're not making sense.
Early August, within 2 weeks,
why would they do that
on the ground?
It doesn't make any sense at all.
And they were scouting for a location, and it gets worse. Okay. I learned that after UVU showed them multiple options, inside and outside, UVU recommended to Turning Point that they not hold the event in the amphitheater because of safety reasons. Not a good idea. Because we can't shut this area down. It's not a good idea because there's no control here. We cannot control the traffic, the flow of traffic coming in and out of this amphitheater. But Turning Point insisted that that was where they wanted to have the event. It was because Turning Point insisted that that event was.
Okay, so Turning Point wanted it inside the amphitheater. That's what they wanted?
Then held outside. Now, I can tell you, having done these events, that was the first thing among many that struck me as odd is anybody can just walk into that's the whole point of safety, is you want to make sure that these students, you're checking tickets, you have security looking at them up and down. Do they look weird? Who are we supposed to keep eyes on? This guy's weird. Let's watch this guy because he's mumbling to himself. The whole point of that, the reason why you feel safe going to a Turning Point event, is because not everybody can just walk up and sit down when they want to. Okay, you want to.
I have seen so many episodes. Actually, 99% of the episodes of TPUSA are outside. What are you talking about, Candace? What are you talking about? You're acting like it is weird that he was outside all of a sudden. Charlie Kirk just never goes outside. He's always inside an amphitheater? Really? Have you watched TPUSA before, Candace? I'm actually gonna... Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna pull up TPUSA. Let's see how many of them are outside versus inside. Just real quick. I'm really curious. Because this is insane. This is completely and totally ridiculous. We'll go to shorts. Outside. Okay, there's these speeches and stuff. Let's go to some of the older stuff. Let's see. Outside, 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 outside. You know, there's some inside stuff. Outside, 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 outside. Actually, I could even do one better.
So I want.
All the
How
outside
can I, as a conservative,
males should have to contribute?
Outside,
do you think it's okay?
Outside. Let me mute this. I mean, do you guys see anything that's inside here whatsoever? All of these, when was this uploaded? 6 months ago? Let's see. Is there any, where's the description on this stupid shorts? Can they not just put a bar here? Really? Wow, I can't even see a description. That's cool. Where's the description on this? That's crazy. Okay, whatever. I guess I don't get a description whatsoever to see anything. But it's, you know, outside now. He's doing a one-on-one interview with Bill Maher, I think. Yep, outside. Okay. Good. Outside. Definitely outside, you know. But outside, outside. Do we need any more, guys? Seriously? What are you talking about, Candace? This isn't weird that he was outside. This isn't weird at all. You are insane.
Look people in the eye. Suddenly, that didn't matter to them. Turning Point insisted on having the event outside, despite UVU saying they communicated to them, they did not think the outside was the best idea because of safety reasons.
Okay. Charlie Kirk might have liked being outside more. I could kind of think that he probably would because all of the events are outside almost all of the time. He probably wanted more people to be there. He probably knew that there were more people there than what that amphitheater could hold. I don't know. I have no idea, Candace. Do you know why? Why was he outside all the previous times? Candace, can you answer that? You're acting like it's weird that he was outside now. That's
my
insane.
Question now is which specific Turning Point employees went down and picked that venue outside? I want to know. In fact, I need to know, and I will know, right? If you know, send me a tip, but we're going to find out.
I don't know, but we're going to know who that no does. Hopefully they didn't touch their no-nos in front of other no-nos.
Okay. What's the events department looking like that does that? I know, by the way, that Mikey McCoy's wife is one of the events directors. Now, I'm not saying that she does campus events because there's different departments. She might do the bigger events.
Almost every one of them. It's crazy.
But was she at all involved in planning this event? I want to know. She may not have been. I need to know, and I will know. And if you would like us to find out quicker because you have that information, please send us an email to moretips@CandaceOwens.com.
Just the tip at
Who were the Turning Point employees that were the boots on the ground that scouted that event and that location.
My bad.
And insisted on the outside.
Hey guys, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. Thank you all so much for being here. I genuinely appreciate it. Y'all are amazing. Hey Lucids, thank you for showing up.
The reason they gave them that they insisted on it was because they liked the place outside where Charlie could pull up, where the vehicles would be able to pull up. Makes no sense. I have gone through an unbelievable amount of kitchens. Doesn't matter where you pull onto the event to speak at a college campus. You're always walking through a kitchen somewhere on campus. So the idea they liked where they could park their cars, it's not tracking for me.
Oh, it's not?
It's just not tracking for me.
Wow. That's so intelligent. It's not tracking for me. He was outside all the time, every single time. But this time, he shouldn't have had it outside. If he wouldn't have had it outside, nothing would have happened. And it's like the college just knew. They're like, please do it inside. There's going to be a snipey on top of that roof, Charlie. We just know, and we're trying to protect you. That's all we're trying to do, but he didn't listen. And they just know no because they didn't know I knew.
Something else that I want to
You're
say,
insane.
because somebody may have more information that will make it easier for me, is that we randomly received a tip from somebody who knew Pastor Rob McCoy from Thousand Oaks, California.
I want a tip, huh?
And they were speaking about just kind of the area and how tight-knit it is and the church.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
they
believe
said
that
one of the things that's really weird is some of us
try
have been
hard to
speaking
defend
and we had
Tyler.
never heard of a Mikey
All
McCoy.
those leftists will.
Like his son, Mikey McCoy.
Okay.
So I followed that tip pretty lightly. This is by no means like a deep search, but
Yeah,
somebody
not
on the
deep
inside
search,
of
but a
Turning
nice
Point
light
told me
tip.
that
Gotcha.
Mikey or Michael rather is not his first name. It's
Oh, okay.
a middle name, right?
And?
And I just want to know what his real name.
Okay. I knew a kid named Nicholas, and we shared the same name, and I don't know if it was me, but he changed his middle name, or he changed his name, like, literally in kindergarten, like, to Levi. So, people do that all the time. A lot of guys like their middle names more.
Name is
Happens.
because I am not letting go of this like Mikey investigation. Something just feels off to me. Rob and
Okay.
Mikey, something ain't right. It's not tracking. So
What's
if
not
you have that
tracking?
information, please email
Just
moretips@CandaceOwens.com. Now, to my Turning Point USA people, I would like to give a special shout out to Dylan Erickson and Austin Erickson, the bros that work at TPUSA. I want you both to know that I am on to you. I have known every word that you have said about me.
Okay.
Okay. And I have been investigating you guys for 2 months straight. Just so
Great.
you know, like every
Random
word
threat.
you're saying, I'm
Okay.
tracking. Okay. Just wanted to do a live shout out to you guys because you're a major piece of this puzzle that I'm trying to put together. I'm aware.
Okay. Candace, can you please elaborate to your audience? Maybe I am very confused. So you're on to them. Now there's these guys, and you're like, oh yeah, look at these two's playing gay bunny hop there. Oh, I got my eye on you, boys.
Of why
All right.
Refi, the major sponsor behind Charlie, and Dylan,
Wow.
your involvement, Austin, your involvement with bringing that sponsor on. Things got a little
Hello,
different
Front
once
Bear.
they were brought on.
Hello, Julia.
Demands got interesting.
Hello, Missy Sheep Sheep.
You are on my radar. You've been on my radar since you were involved in creating the lie, the alibi.
I'm surprised she didn't immediately go for the whole, like, they're on her gaydar. I mean, look at these guys. It's I think it's implied.
I lie for the Hamptons
That's funny.
retreat with Seth Dillon.
Yeah.
You lied. Okay, Seth Dillon did press Charlie. Charlie himself described the Hamptons event as an intervention.
Can you tell
And
me?
you
Can
felt
you
the
show me
need to
text?
insert yourself in to lie. And there
Can you show me
has to
text
be
for
a
that?
reason why, right? We don't
Please?
have to lie when we don't fear the truth. So I just wanted you guys to know that I'm on to you. And,
Okay, she's on. She's really
just
on.
felt like
him.
maybe
That-
you were
That didn't tell me anything. Thank
just
you,
like,
Candace,
oh,
for
she hasn't
wasting our
mentioned us.
time.
And like, I've got a whole file.
Good God.
We're going to get there. We're going to get to everybody. We're going to get to everybody.
All right,
Anyway,
we're
to
gonna
the
get to
Turning
everyone.
Point
Okay, so there's a
employees,
file.
also, I want you to be aware and very careful, because I know a lot of you guys are leaking to different people. Be careful leaking emails, okay? You can
Or
leak
over a
the
bridge.
content of the emails, but do not leak the actual emails themselves, because we've had some tech people alert us that they were running something through softwares, and it looks like Turning Point has implemented a software to track your email verbiage.
It's called CCing them, Candace. Are you kidding me? And it's in their internal systems too. If you send an email in any company's business, like anywhere, internal emails, they all have it, Candace. Oh my God, have you never worked for a company before? Literally, Mathis Brothers would do it when I worked there. Google certainly did it. Everything was internalized there, and everybody saw everything, especially Mountain View. Mountain View heard our radio communication in Oklahoma. I'm not even kidding. We had Motorola walkie-talkies, and they could hear every single thing we ever said. We had 2 people that got in trouble, serious trouble, because you could text on those walkie-talkies too, kind of like an old-school phone. It was a very small screen, and the words would come across them very slowly. And it was 2 guys that were... Oh, man, how do I get into the details? So they were talking about, like, fisting each other, and it was very funny. It was very funny because I had to go through a lot of those, too, since I was a supervisor. And one of the guys was on my shift. And, yeah, they are on my side. It was in my, okay, so there was Zone 1 and Zone 3 that we had during COVID. It shouldn't have happened that way, but it was dumb. And they were texting the wildest stuff. It was the funniest thing I think I've ever seen texted through there. But immediately Mountain View's like getting the radio, and one of the guys that was over across on Site 1, he was the main guy that they would contact. I can't say his name. Calls me over and he goes, "Hey, we got a situation." And I was like, "What's up, man?" And he's like, "No, you got to come over here now." Like, Mountain View's on the phone. And I was like, "Oh, I've never dealt with this before. This isn't going to be good." So I had to drive all the way across over to Site 1, go into Building 1 where he would hang out. And I was like, "What's up?" And he goes, so you're going to want to read all this. And they sent us it all in an email. And I was like, "Oh my God, what am I looking at? Why'd they send us this?" They're like, "This came from 2 radios. Radio number this and radio number that." You know, he's like, "I already got that other radio. He's in the office. You're going to have to go and make him now come over here." And I was like, "Okay." So, or no, I didn't have to make him come over. I had to go pick him back up, which was kind of ridiculous, but he could have told me, "Hey, bring this guy with you," but he didn't. Anyway, things that worked at Google, they were always backwards. So I had to go get him, and we had to go do this whole entire elaborate thing. And yeah, they would read the text messages through there. It happens all of the time, Candace. All of the time. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a rant about it, but it was just so funny. It was one of the funniest things I've ever read, and I can't say any of it on here because it's not only wildly inappropriate, but there's some spicy stuff.
Essentially,
it was crazy.
They can make it so like everybody's email, one word
There's
is
Tyler in this
different.
chat right
so
now.
if that
You know
email
exactly
ever hits
what
the
I'm talking
public,
about.
the actual picture of the email, they will know exactly which employee it came from. So leak the information. Do not leak the actual email. Or if you do leak the email, tell the people not to share the email. Okay?
Yeah.
I wish they put
Screenshot
the
the
same
email.
energy behind finding out who killed Charlie Kirk. Am I crazy?
Yes, Candace, yes, you're insane. Why would they put the same energy behind it if, indeed, literally everything that's going on is what happened? Literally, if Tyler Robinson is the exact guy who did it and all, they don't need to search for anyone, Candace. It's kind of wild. See, maybe you should wait for the trial, and if weird stuff pops up in the trial, then you'll have your garbage ideology, like, reinforced. But the fact that you're not even letting it go there, you're like, "No, this guy didn't do it for sure." And it's like, are you actually genuinely certain? Because you have no evidence to the contrary whatsoever.
I'm crazy. I was like, they don't want people speaking about what's happening at the company that's supposed to be a charity interested in free speech and faith, and they're worried about what information getting out exactly. What are you guys so concerned about? I don't know. It's not.
I don't know, private information that may be detrimental to their business. Internal emails that from a couple of people who are being really raunchy that accidentally leak with it that could actually make them look bad because 2 people were being dumb. There's many different things. You don't want people leaking out all your business information because sometimes people release information that they think is good and it has something very important that's attached to it that's not meant for the public eyes. Like, I don't know, accidental credit card number or something. Or someone's social. Something like you never know what's necessarily attached. There's a reason why that it's like, hey, don't let anything leak at all in the internal in a company. You never have any company do that. I wouldn't expect Han's Furniture Company or appliance company or whatever to leak any emails. You are so unbelievably dumb, Candace. It's ridiculous. But I know to you that leaking information isn't bad, seeing how you doxed kids in 2016 because you didn't like that they said bad words. I mean, come on.
It's not
This is
making sense to me.
ridiculous.
It is kind of making sense to me, if I'm being honest, but we will just keep trucking along. Also, as we continue to paint this picture of the corruption of faith, right? TPUSA faith has got my attention.
Okay.
I learned that there was another pastor who's close with Charlie. We've received some emails about him, who had a family member who was present that day. And don't go away because it's about to get interesting. We'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
All right, you guys. Now, I have been speaking a
going
lot
away.
about substantial
Nope.
from
Nope.
there. Also, want to tell you guys about PaleoVac.
No.
It was intended for
No.
everyone. If you went to high school with Mikey McCoy,
I did.
Dylan Erickson, or Austin Erickson, I would like to hear from you because I'm having some trouble tracking these people. It's like they just materialize, and I have just some interesting leads. So if
Okay.
you went to high school with these individuals, I'd like to hear from you because these people
What?
didn't, to my knowledge.
Super pro bad words. I'm trying not to say bad words anymore. I mean, I got kids, and there's certain things that they shouldn't be hearing that sometimes slip out.
College.
In very funny
Mikey
ways a
did
lot
not go
of
to
the time, but
college, and
still.
yet he's a chief of staff. He's 23. He's super young.
Okay.
There's some stuff I need to be able to track, and I'm having difficulty tracking that. So
There ain't a single damn thing you need from that man's high school Candace, there is not a single damn thing I need from your high school. I don't need to know that information about you. I don't need to know it about your husband. I don't need to know it about your kids. I don't need to know it about Charlie Kirk. I don't need to know it about Jeremy Hambley of the Quartering. I don't need to know it about Bering. What are you talking about? Why do you need somebody's high school information, Candace? What an absolute creep. She did not learn anything from Social Autopsy at all.
Oh, thank you. More tips at CandaceOwens.com.
Absolute freaking creep. That's crazy.
Beyond that, I would like to follow up with you guys on something that we left open-ended. I'm also going to put together a list of things that are open-ended.
Yeah, they always are with you.
It may appear open-ended, but I'm tracking down everything on the side. I am very organized in the background here. And it was regarding why Charlie had a medical file at Utah Valley Hospital, despite the fact that he went to Timpanogos, right? I think you guys have emailed me and said that I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm just going to rock with Timpanogos.
I don't
Now,
care.
we had wondered if perhaps the two hospitals shared information, because that's a plausibility if you're using the same tech or maybe you're within the same healthcare system. We can now confirm that those two hospitals do not. They do not share information. Timpanogos Hospital is owned by HCA.
What are you talking about, Candace? Every single hospital shares information if it involves the patient. What are you talking about? I'm really genuinely confused. Did I miss something? Hey, I'll be right back, guys. I got to grab my dog. He's barking at someone downstairs. I'm going to pull him up here in this room real quick. If you guys are new here, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you all so much for being here. I genuinely appreciate it. I'll be right back. I ain't supposed to do that. Got your bone. Well, you should have grabbed it. That's on you, buddy. Anyway, did I miss something there, guys? Like, that's crazy, right? The search history of one's employees good. I've looked at rule. Oh, God.
Which uses a charting system called VDI. Utah Valley Hospital is owned by IHC, and they run on a system called Epic, which many of you guys emailed me about. You're like,
yeah, Epic sucks. It's not great. I'm super aware of Epic. My wife's an RN. Guess what you can do, Candace? You can export all of them. Doesn't matter. They can share information. You have no idea what you're talking about. Absolutely none whatsoever.
Recognize the system. It's Epic. They had recently implemented Epic. They are not interlinked. These two hospitals do not speak to each other. If a patient has never been to Timpanogos Hospital, but they have been to Utah Valley, their info would not come up at all in Timpanogos' system.
Yeah, that's obvious. You have to do a request. But when you request it, they get it all over there within like 10 minutes to an hour, depending on the severity of it. In Charlie Kirk's situation, they probably would have gotten that information expedited over there very, very quickly. I guarantee it. So what is your point? Do you have any idea how the internal workings of a hospital work? I do. My wife uses this system every day. She actually specifically uses Epic and has for a long time. Many different hospitals. Most hospitals use it. It's garbage, but, you know, it is what it is.
So we don't know why that is. We don't know why this anomaly occurred where Charlie Kirk had a file and when nurses were notified not to touch the file. We can't make sense of that. It's very strange.
Why would they have a file? Are they going to crack the file open and go, yep, he was actually not hit with any of this. This is all the secret stuff. Oh, here's also the fake letter of Netanyahu saying put a hit out on Charlie. What do you think's going to be in that file, Candace? It's a medical file. What could possibly be in it? This doesn't make any sense. What is, like, was there poison in the file? And they just had to give Charlie a little drop of it before getting him in there? What are you getting at, Candace? What could this possibly be? Educate us.
We're going to move on from that. I just wanted to follow up and tell you that.
That's
if you know
dumb.
something, obviously,
that is dumb.
Us.
They probably had it
requested.
requested.
Something else that
they
find.
probably pulled his file and had it put over to the hospital before the ambulance even got there, Candace. Do you not understand that? When you have a patient coming inbound and it's a mega emergency, something like that, they were probably like, where's his primary care? Where's he in network with? Who has this system? Oh, well, his primary care is in Arizona. What system do they use? They probably use this. Get that over to here and then expedite it over here quickly through fax. And they probably did all that quickly before that. It was probably there 5 minutes. It was probably there in 5 minutes after their request, Candace. You have no idea how any of this stuff works. Do you know that we live in the digital age, Candace, and it's just email, email, email? Like, who do you think did this? Do you think somebody ran up and delivered that to them? Like a file these days is still just paper? And that they're running them back and forth via like a security, I don't know, security team or whatever, like what is it? Not swans. Who's the security team that goes around in the armored vehicles?
Interesting.
What are their names?
Because we all know Bush did 9/11, but did Bush do 9/10? It's a joke. It's a joke. But we received this interesting tip early on. We didn't really know what to do with it. Some students on the ground.
I don't want to do it, Grace. I don't want to give her a hug. Don't make me.
Witnessing an old man talking to a bush, right? They said there was this old man and he was talking to a bush.
Now, see, you could have made a better joke with that.
Weird. We thought, okay, that's weird. It's weird, first and foremost,
turn
that
out
there
to
were
be
so
George
many
Bush.
old people in attendance at this event.
See?
Full stop.
It's at least
Older
a little bit more
people
funny.
were all the ones who happened to be speaking to the news. I was like, are there any young college kids available at UVU that attended this event that could have spoken to the news? Apparently not. But like I said, not much we can do with that information. So we just kind of stored it in the back. And then our source was able to track down a video of the alleged old man that they were saying during like setup before Charlie had arrived, was talking to a bush. Now, I'm going to show you the video they sent. We absolutely cannot definitively confirm from this video that he is speaking to a bush, but we can at very least confirm that he's near the bush and he's alone. Okay. And here is that video, and I'm going to tell you why that tip suddenly became interesting to me.
All right, let's see.
Okay, we're going to show it to you quickly, and then we're going to slow it down and circle down.
Okay, so there's the old man. I'm guessing that he's looking at the bush. Okay.
There he is. There's the bush we're referring to. There we go. Okay. So
All
that's
right.
the video that we received, and it is interesting because it turned out that that old man is the brother of Pastor Jack Hibbs. We've been speaking about these pastors, man. These pastors. Pastor Hibbs, great friend of Charlie Kirk, also another leader of a Calvary chapel, just like our boy McCoy. Pastor McCoy. Calvary Chapel churches in California. Well, yeah, Pastor Jack Hibbs leads one. Butch Hibbs is also his brother who's involved in a Calvary Chapel church in Utah. And later, what's interesting is he's behind Charlie when he gets out of the car. Like Charlie comes out of his car, arrives for the event. He's with the amazing Mikey McCoy. And you can see that quote unquote crazy old man, as described by us, is actually, he's here with Charlie. And Frank Turek confirms that pastor, that Butch Hibbs is Pastor Jack Hibbs's brother. Take a listen.
Okay, let's
so
listen
we get
to this.
there, we pray, we get out of the car. There's a whole bunch of TPUSA leaders there that want to pose for pictures. Charlie graciously poses for pictures. He posed for a picture with me, and we'll show this picture here. This is me, Charlie, and in the middle is Butch Hibbs. That's the brother of Jack Hibbs, Pastor Jack Hibbs. And he came to the event, wanted to meet us both, so we took a picture. This picture was taken maybe 20 minutes before the assassin struck.
Now, what's compelling is really that just like every other one of these new age turning points.
Is this supposed to prove something, Candace? I need to know. Why do we care that a pastor was a fan of Charlie Kirk and came and got a picture with him and then was standing over by a bush? Because I can tell you this, if there was a shot that was fired out of that bush, it wouldn't have been able to go into here directly. It would have went in over here, Candace. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Point pastors.
Is that what you're trying to say, I'm guessing?
Hibbs are from a military family, okay? Butch Sr. was in...
Candace, everybody somewhere down the line is from a military family. Everybody. Every single person. World War II happened. Vietnam happened. We had so many stinking wars between World War II and today. It's insane. We have had so many family members in the military. My brother-in-law was in the military. My father was in the military. My father-in-law was in the military. And I guarantee you, everybody in my chat has some sibling or some parent or someone who is in the military. What are you talking about?
The Navy. What he did in the Navy is unclear, but I'm interested.
Okay,
I'm
what was
just
his rank?
really interested.
Candace, you could probably find
also,
out.
something that I'm just going to say on the side here is too many people that are involved in this Utah story I met through Prager University. Like Jack Hibbs was somebody that Marissa flagged for me that she wanted me to have on my show. Like she'd say like certain guests. The guy who runs Operation Underground, did run
Underpants?
Operation Underground before
Missy
he got
Seek, your
into
cousin?
a scandal.
Oh, yeah, I have a
also was
cousin, too.
introduced to me by
It's in the
Marisha Strait.
military
It's just
right
there's a
now.
lot that in the back of my mind.
There's also that.
I'm going, this is interesting. A lot of these characters that are just kind of, that Tim Ballard is the one that used to run Operation Underground, which is a charity for sex trafficking. And he's been featured a lot in the story. Characters that knew him, person on the plane.
Never heard of anybody giving a charity to a sex trafficker before. I think she misspoke, but it is funny.
It's just a lot's happening here, is all I want to say. And I find it to be
a whole
odd.
lot.
Okay, there's a picture emerging here. I am wondering about these New Age pastors. Like, is that what everybody does when they leave the military? They start a church? Or are we looking at an operation?
Yeah, I could see why. And my best friend's dad also was in the military. He actually fought in Desert Storm. Literally, he was one of the few people who were in Kuwait fighting and liberating that place. Yeah, it's pretty bad. He's got black lung, too, from putting out all those oil fires that were happening over there. Crazy stuff. But yeah, he had to actually fight. Like, actually fight. So, I mean, that's crazy. He, it wouldn't surprise me if he would start a church, to be honest. There's some messed up stuff that happens, and usually religion is what they turn to, to have a sane life.
That's the question that I have.
After seeing stuff like that.
And, yeah, I would, if you are a part of Calvary Chapel anywhere, I would just wonder if your pastor just came from the military.
Maybe.
And if he's from a high-ranking military family. Did the military execute an operation, a psychological operation on the American people
Prager
to get us
is
to support Christian Zionism after World War II? Kind of the question that I think is hanging in the air right now.
Oh, is he really? Is Dennis Prager in the hospital?
Also, the assassination
I didn't know
of JFK.
that.
Like when he talked about the military-industrial complex, like
he's okay.
how industrial did this complex get? Is it an industry of churches?
There is no way the military is having civilians carry out missions. They wouldn't be capable. I promise you.
That's what I'm thinking. Happening. That's what it's looking like to me. And tomorrow we're going to get into the characters involved in TPUSA Faith and this random strand.
Hey, Kelly,
of
I think you might be onto something.
Scandal, sex and trafficking and weapons scandal that keeps happening.
Moore,
okay, we're not going to not look into Turning Point Faith. Because, you're not allowed, it's untouchable all of a sudden because Erica's at the helm of it. No, if there's corruption anywhere, you have a right to attack it.
The problem is what you're saying implicates Erica 100%, but you're denying that. So that's what's funny is I can't, I'm denying that Erica Kirk had anything to do with this. And it's like, oh, okay, so you don't believe she had anything to do with it. Well, your theory can't work then. Because she has to have something to do with it. There's no way around it.
If it comes in the name of the Lord,
your theory's
I will say that.
Hey, just another Matt.
Switching gears here, but sticking on the topic of liars and losers. Kash Patel, he has to step down. There's no other option
absolutely,
here.
Man.
In case you missed it, Kash Patel, the director of the FBI who represents America on the world stage, right? We are already not being taken very seriously, but Kash Patel is...
Did you guys see that cringy Kash Patel pull-up video, though? Oh, man, I felt sick to my stomach when I saw that. I was like, you're kidding me. This is our guy? Like, I had no idea he was so out of shape. I don't know what's going on, but that actually made me cringe. I was like, no, Kash, no. I'm going to pull it up, guys. Just prepare. Kash Patel pull-ups. This is sad to watch. If you guys are new here, please like, subscribe, and share. It really helps me out so much. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry I have to show you guys this, but I had to see it, so you got to see it. What is he doing? It's like he's doing the worm to do pull-ups. Okay. So we got all the weights, we got all the machinery and stuff, and we're not doing any of that. But we're going to do push-ups and pull-ups wrong. Completely wrong. He doesn't even touch his chest to the floor at all. Are you kidding me? Is that it? Did you do it? Oh, now you're stretching? Okay. Is this just like a warm-up video? What are you doing? Like, I don't understand why you posted this. I'll be honest, when I saw these reps from Kash, I knew it was over. Like, is there any redeeming quality to this at all? Yeah, see, I mean, this is how you're supposed to do it, right? Chest to the floor. You know what I mean? Like, you don't put your weight on your chest, but you touch the chest to the floor. Man, it sucks. I haven't been able to go to the gym in 2 months because I hurt my ankle pretty decently. So I hurt it at the gym, but I didn't know I hurt it. It just kind of hurt a little bit when I got done with the leg press. And so then I had to push my kids up the hill in this wagon over at this place we go hiking in. And when I pushed up, my leg was behind me and it slipped out from under me on this like kind of gravelly path. And I rolled my ankle really hard and it was just like the nail in the coffin and it sucks. So I got to wait for this sucker to heal. I don't even know if I did real damage to it or not. It's starting to feel a lot better though. So I imagine I'll be back in the gym here in the next like couple of weeks, hopefully. Or at least upper body. I will be, but I'm going to have to let my foot heal. But yeah, that was cringy. Pure cringe. Anyway, sorry to sidetrack from that. I just had to show this.
Catalyzing that descent, okay? He is catalyzing that descent into absolute mockery. He tweeted, I told you about that a couple of weeks ago.
He made the
leave my girlfriend alone, and then we see you guys, and like, she's my life partner. Like, you left.
Okay, I don't know. Don't bother his girlfriend. I don't think that's unreasonable for him to say.
After your wife, you've been with this girl for like a year and a half. Calm down, okay? Just calm.
You were with your guy for like 3 days before you married him. What are you talking about, Candace? What? Like, are you insane? How many days was it that she was with him? Hold on. How many days was Candace with her husband before he proposed? I think it was like 7 days or so. Well, how long was it? Search assistant. No, wait. No relevant information. God dang it. Come on. I'm going to have to just go to Grok. Because she was like with him for like a week or something like that before he proposed to her. Is she insane? Like, Candace Owens met her husband, George Farmer, on December 11, 2018 at a dinner he hosted in London. He proposed to her via FaceTime. FaceTime, really? On December 29th, 2018. So how many days is that? That's 18 days. They were together for 18 days. Or no, 17 days. 17 days. They were together. I am not even kidding. Here it is, right here. Candace Owens met her husband, George Farmer, on December 11, 2018. At a dinner party he hosted in London, he proposed to her via FaceTime on December 29, 2018. While she was in South Africa, exactly 17 days later. They married in August of 2019. They weren't even together for a year. They weren't even together for a year. And she's sitting here going, calm down. You've been with her for like a year and a half. That's 6 months, actually like 8 months longer than what you were with your husband. Good God, Candace, this is the perfect pause for this. I cannot believe the hypocrisy here. She was with her man for 17 days before she got proposed to. 17 days. He's with his girlfriend for a year. It sounds like he's a lot more intelligent about who he's going to marry than you.
Down. Like a teenager in love. It's ridiculous. Well, now
is that how you
felt
felt with your husband after 17
is
days?
Suing Elijah
what
Schaefer and other content creators for $5 million. For $5 million. For her hurt feelings, okay? Because she was called a honeypot, an Israeli honeypot. And in some circumstances, I want to be very clear, they didn't even explicitly call her a honeypot. They just posted a picture. That was a circumstance in terms of Elijah Schaefer. I should actually read some parts of this lawsuit.
Hey, Void.
So that you understand.
Yeah,
that
arranged marriage, Candace, anymore, exactly.
Right? We are not a serious nation, and it's important that you come to that conclusion quite quickly. Okay.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Where are we? So this is directly from a lawsuit. It says that on September 14th, 2025, an ex-user that goes by Hen Mazig published a lengthy and detailed post about the prominent role of female Mossad agents have played in Israel's sophisticated intelligence efforts against Iran, including by seducing top officials.
So it's just Project Veritas, but Jew. You know, it's just Project Veritas with a little bit bigger of a nose. Is that what we're saying? Do you think our military doesn't do this too, Candace? Like, for real? Do you think China? Guess who else is? China. They do a great job. You know, Fang Fang. Are you kidding? They all do this. What are you talking about?
Some of them
This is
reportedly
crazy.
seduced high-ranking enemy officials. Now,
Yeah,
in
probably.
response to the comments
That's
on
not
that
surprising.
same day, Elijah Schaefer posted a photo of Alexis
Sydney
Wilkins.
Watson. Oh.
That is her name.
Okay.
And Patel. Right. So this
Okay.
is this is what they're suing over right here on the internet. LOL, Elijah Schaefer posts a photo. And the lawsuit goes on and says, ever since Kash Patel was appointed as director of the FBI in February of 2025, the conspiratorial corners of the internet and social media have been spreading a false narrative that Ms. Wilkins is an Israeli Mossad agent, a spy, or a quote-unquote honeypot. So here's the thing. I've been around.
Have you? Okay. We believe you.
There are some rules to lawsuits. If
This
you have
18-day
to
marriage.
sue someone to prove, as an example, that you are a woman, a la Brigitte Macron, it's because you're not one. If you have to sue
Why
someone
are you backing out of the lawsuit then, Candace? Why are you backing out of the lawsuit? I'm genuinely curious. You keep saying, oh, well, she's not a woman, but I'm also gonna back out of this lawsuit very suspiciously. Why are you doing that, Candace? Don't back out of the lawsuit then. Go Max. Come on, Candace, you can do it. Go Max on that lawsuit.
Is really authentic and real and like love from the heavens, it probably isn't one. I'm just saying I've been around. That's all I'm saying.
The interview she did with her husband is odd. Like
And
they aren't loving
I have
towards
been
each
the
other.
subject
Really?
of
I need to watch more of that. I need to look into her husband there more, Michelle.
so many conspiracies because of
No,
how me and
Candace,
my
that's not
husband
how
met.
defamation
Right?
works, yeah.
People online, people have done
Exactly.
threads, put in names that were not even true. I read one thread where they said like a donor put me and my husband. It couldn't be further from the truth. I've never cared. I just laugh at them because it's just not true. It's just none of it's true, so I don't care. The fact that she filed this lawsuit, of course, means that she did this with the blessing of her quote-unquote life partner, Kash Patel. He knew this was happening. He did not stop her from doing this. Are they trying to convince us, or is she trying to convince him, or is he trying to convince himself? Okay? And of course, inevitably, what happens when you file these lawsuits is people then get interested in you. And there is something called the Streisand effect. Now, before the Streisand effect happened, I was already interested because he's acting weird. He's just acting really weird right now, Kash Patel. And she might not be a Mossad honeypot. I don't know. I've never made that claim. There's literally no evidence of that.
Yeah.
People other than
so why are we
people saying
talking
she
about
works
this?
for Marissa Straight, PragerU, who she's formerly of the IDF intelligence unit. I worked for PragerU. I'm not a Mossad honeypot person, so that's not evidence. But there is evidence that she comes from a Freemason family in California. Like dad was in the California Freemasons, and grandpa was pretty high up in the California Freemasons. And Kash Patel's dropping 33 hours like it means something. That's actually more interesting than the Mossad honeypot thing.
Is it?
Mom works in aerospace, so she's not just like some cutesy country singer that has no connections. Like, let's make that clear. She doesn't have no connections. Letting you guys know that. And I am so sick of the idea that you're going to file and bankrupt people because you don't like what's on the internet. That's why this needs to be exposed. He should be flamed. The punishment for these sorts of things is these people should be shamed. They should be absolutely shamed.
Okay, if he
out of
or
public
he'll
life
just lose
forever.
the lawsuit, right? I mean, that's pretty shameful in itself. You sued someone publicly and you lost the lawsuit. Wouldn't that work? I don't know. Do you think that he wouldn't be shamed if he didn't lose it? For real?
If your solution
I don't
to
know.
somebody saying something on the internet
Why are we
is not
talking
going
about
to
this?
bankrupt you, especially something,
Hello,
who
Rain.
cares? You're a country singer. Even if you
Thank you for
were
coming here.
a Mossad honeypot, why do you care? Who cares? Like, if you do not know how to deal with the internet, get off of it. Just get off of it. It is optional. You are not required to be on X to make videos for PragerU. You are not required to be on X to sing the
Candace
national
is the
anthem
internet
for Turning
police,
Point
for
USA.
sure.
Get
Good
off
God.
of the internet if you
I don't know.
do not have it within you the courage to withstand Elijah Schaefer making a joke, okay? All of these people
Is
have
that
said
what
things
this
about
is?
me. I have been mocked for
just came out and made a
everything
joke?
from the
Okay.
color of my skin to who I work for to you name it. There's a
I don't
joke
care.
out there that said about me. Okay,
I don't know. Let the guy sue the guy and lose. Then, Candace, why is this a big deal? I don't care. Can we move on to like actual evidence,
or
please?
not even a joke. People just being insulting.
What are you
wake up.
talking
I'm
about?
called the N-word. Big deal. The internet is optional. Alexis Wilkins, it's optional. Cash
Okay.
Patel, this lawsuit is pathetic. You should be forced to step aside. But
I
it's
mean,
probably not
genuinely, I
going to
don't care
happen
about
because
this.
a lot
This
of
is the
things
least
that
of
are
my
going on in
worries with this
administration
lawsuit.
have been embarrassing. And
There's other things I'm
we're
worried
hunting
about Cash
down
Patel
kids
about.
on college campuses that offend Jewish people.
This
So
isn't
like I guess we're gonna
one of them.
we're stuck with Cash Patel. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, let's take a quick break before I get to some of your comments.
Before I take a pee in this bottle. No. Anyway, that'd be awful. I'm sure she's got a bathroom. Hello, Jana. Candy Meghan Markle, her husband, no way in hell she knew who George Farmer was, which you heard of. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy that she's sitting there going, you should get over it. You should get over it, Cash. You you're only been with your girlfriend for like a year and a half. I was with my husband for 18 days before he proposed. And then I got married in less than a year. That's, let's see, August, September, October, November, December. That's 4 months. So yeah, that is quite literally, 8 months. 8 months that she was with him. 8 freaking months that she was with George and she got married. That's wild. So crazy. Tracy, I think Candace went away with 2 priests so that they could plan on tearing down TPUSA so the Vatican can be bought out by TPUSA. Anything's possible. Let's see. Poor black woman, yeah. Candace told John, I have no idea how to pronounce that last name, a Manchukwus wife's friend that Bible-believing Christian and Jews are frauds. Yeah. I mean, it's just so weird. Everything about this is so weird. She's sitting there trashing Cash Patel for his 1.5-year relationship, which she wasn't even with her husband for freaking 8 months before they got married. It's wild.
There is a reason that I'm.
Oh, I don't want to see her ads and stuff. Yeah, I don't care about her comments and stuff too that she's getting to. So let's see what's going on here. It's only getting funnier. What else could be a better sentence for such an absurd lawsuit than that is meant to bankrupt someone? Okay, let's see this.
Pathetic. She is a rock-solid conservative and a country music sensation who has done more for this nation than most will in 10 lifetimes. By the way,
I know this guy likes his food a lot.
How
right?
could that even possibly be true? But go on. I'm so blessed she's in my life. Can we get any of her music up, or will we get a copyright strike from the FBI? If we play Cash Patel's girlfriend's country music, will we get a copyright strike from the feds? Because I'm curious, by the way.
Wait, so she's a country star? Is she really? I didn't know that.
Way.
I think I remember something being said about that, but I thought it was a joke.
If she's a country music sensation, I would just like to know that. I would like to know that. I'd like to be...
I think if we just play a little bit, it'll be okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna risk it though. But it looks like she does stuff. Okay. So she does music. All right.
Tel Aviv, it's such a pretty sea. I love Tel Aviv. Israel is for me. I love Cash Patel. Indians don't smell. That's a stereotype.
Okay.
I'm just a country star. I
That's
met him.
funny. Okay, you gotta laugh at me.
Why would you say that?
All right.
There's
Let's get a
lots
point.
of files in the.
All right, he's just gonna keep going, I guess. Whatever. Like I said on my show today, if you're not built for the internet, log off. It's optional. Every day I'm called. Oh, now she's called racist names and conspiracies are made up about me and husband. Who cares? Okay, sure, whatever. I don't care. I don't know. Let him sue. The worst case scenario is he loses there, Candace. Who cares? I don't know why you're so worried about it. I don't care about Sneeka there. Let's see here, bro. See, now the whole internet is going to get sued. Pam Bondi will be notified. Okay.
Honey, 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 honey.
Okay, honey.
Honey, 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 honey.
Nice skill. Let's see.
Honey,
very good.
She sings them country tunes. They groomed her good at PragerU, and now she shills for Jews. Watch how the kikes unite with Pajeets and dox you for tweeting our honeypot schemes. Alexis is my honey.
I mean, it would just be nice if they actually just put forward a little bit of proof on this. That's all they got to do. All they got to do is put forward some proof, but they can't seem to do that. All we have is Go Max. That's all we got for proof, Oh, man. Let's see. Asmongold thinks the political pressure on Trump to release the Epstein files is a good thing. Yeah, I think it is, too. It should be good. He should be releasing it. But I think he's having the wool pulled over his eyes. I think Kash Patel might be a part of the old guard feds, a part of the deep state. But I don't know that for sure either. But it's just funny, I can come out here and say that, but I don't have to sit there and go, oh, I know he's getting honeypotted and stuff. It's like, well, it's possible. I just don't have the proof of that. I'm just out here watching it. I don't have any inside information, and neither does Candace. But Candace thinks that her ideology counts. And that's kind of the problem. She's fooling a lot of people into something that might not be true. And just, just dangerous. Wait a minute, boys. Day one till the Steam machine drops. Is Steam finally releasing something? Is that, oh, he's calling them. He's saying people who play the Steam machine are going to look like this. That's funny. I don't know anything about it. Nobody will care that the newest hot game being available on day one. They already have a PC if they want to play it. Wait, play what? What though? Steam machine will be a massive success. My generation doesn't care if it's just a PC. It's easy. The library will be available. It's massive. It's at $7.99 or less. It will sell like crazy. It's not a gaming PC replacement. It's an addition. Okay. I remember when they were going to do the Steam box. They never did that. That would have been better than the portable Steam thing that they have going on here. With all the scheming Epstein was doing against Trump, I would think it should motivate him to drop the files. Also, this is a nothing burger like all the rest. Yeah, they've already redacted like a lot of information. The Democrats did to make it look worse, and that was completely ridiculous. So yeah, the White House here says House petition to force vote on release of Epstein files has enough support to advance. Guess we'll see what happens, Calling Candace. Okay, yeah, here we go. So I want to get to a couple of things that I thought were pretty funny before I have to get off here at all. Like, I got another 30 minutes I can go. A couple of these Candace Owens things here. First of all, Benjamin sent me this, and I really think this is funny, so let's watch this together.
Hey, Candy. How you doing?
Loud.
Is it okay if I call you that?
There we go.
I mean, do you prefer it with an I or a Y? No preference? Okay.
God, that was blasting my
Anyway, so we're here to talk about how you became the #1 most listened to podcast in the world.
In the coming weeks, there's going to be a lot of financial reports that are coming out.
Oh, we're just gonna jump right into it. Okay. Well, those coming weeks were like a month ago. Still waiting, Candy.
Yeah,
but
nice
I mean, good angle. Great angle. Just throw everybody off. So promise evidence, but never deliver. This
that is the Candace Owens way.
Suspense and engagement.
I, first and foremost, do not believe that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk.
Holy smokes, Candy-O. That's a huge claim. I mean, you have tons of evidence outside of your imagination for this, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I don't know, maybe the weird Fed messages that were concocted out of thin air that had no timestamp and were written like they were...
No timestamp. I only hold Candace to her own standards. Her text messages are fake until she can provide timestamps.
We're speaking in 1822, among other things.
Okay, so these text messages.
I actually did not read that they were text messages.
Oh, of course you didn't. That's actually so smart. I mean, flood people with random, unverifiable details, have ambiguous sources, say ambiguous things, and then take no accountability when you're called out for the lives that you ruin. You can deny it when it backfires, or take credit when you're mysteriously right.
The Feds.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly correct.
Made up the text messages.
And only you know this.
I have very strong sources everywhere on both sides.
Where? Who are they?
Yeah. That's great. I love that head bob. She's silent. Yep.
Oh, there are none. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Okay. All right. So it's like you're like the chosen one with these pretend inside sources that somehow risk contaminating an enormous federal case just to keep you in the loop. Grandiose claims, zero verification. I mean, it's Candyland logic. It's brilliant.
I agree. They should definitely call it the Candyland cult, for sure. Or the Candy cult. Whatever that. Candy cult sounds cool, too. Hello, DJ. How you guys doing there? Or something like that. Yeah. Just a reenactment. Yeah. Let's see.
brilliant. I mean, I'm going to have the number one podcast by this time next year.
Yeah. Who's going to present that evidence? Like the mainstream media?
I mean, of course you're going to present the evidence according to Candy.
Yeah.
I mean, if I do believe you, I'm enlightened. If I don't, then I'm part of the conspiracy. Wouldn't this be circular reasoning?
No, it wouldn't be.
I see what you did there. Okay. Okay, so this is how someone becomes the number one most listened to podcast in the world. Paranoia.
Maybe I should do that, guys.
Check. Outrage. Check. Emotional manipulation. check.
Emotional
and
damage.
Fear. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, because everybody is afraid to speak out against you.
I mean, I'm not.
I mean, wow, this sounds a lot like what the left did to make people believe lies.
Yeah, it is crazy.
There's no connection, though. None. So you're capitalizing on a man's murder.
What is crazy about that point is the fact that she doesn't talk about the left at all anymore. I haven't heard her bring up a single point about the left whatsoever since this happened to Charlie. And it makes me wonder why. Because every episode is just something to do with like, oh, I've received a little bit of nuanced information that is weird, but has nothing to do with the end of Charlie Kirk. You all want to hear it? And it's like, no. And she's like, okay, here it is. Here's a whole episode over it. And it's like, oh, okay. That's great. Hey, GB, how's it going? It's completely and totally ridiculous. I'm blown away by how many people are falling for Candace's BS here, when she cannot prove a single thing that she's putting out there. It's really disturbing. She's not talking about what leftists are doing anymore, as if they're not still going around in the streets rioting and, you know, going to TPUSA events, attacking people and stuff like that. None of that's important to her anymore. It's really, really, really disturbing, and I want to know who's, like, paying her in order to, like, obfuscate from what the left has been doing. Because so far, it feels like she's trying to distract from anything the left is trying to get done so they can get ahead. And I wonder how big of a bag they would have to pay Candace in order for her to go back to being left-wing. Probably not much, because she was already there to begin with. She was already there, making so much money being an extremist leftist that was doxing kids for a social autopsy. Totally fine then, I guess, you know. But, I don't know, this is all pretty crazy stuff, isn't it?
Tormenting his widow in the process with no real evidence outside of your own brain. Oh, and he obviously talks to you in dreams. So, I mean, it makes you double special. Convincing people.
You are correct, Rain. She probably did make a deal with Hillary Clinton.
A clearly guilty man is not guilty, and never pausing to actually consider the consequences if you're wrong, like basically advocating for a killer to walk free. Girl, you don't need a podcast. You would make a great cult leader, at least in my opinion.
Yeah. The Candy Cult. I think it would be a great cult right there. Make cults great again. The Candy Cult. I don't know. This is all just disturbing. Has Candace released anything else today, though? There was that, and then, there's this.
Charlie's life was real. It's just something that keeps me up at night. Just nothing in his life was real. Like, everyone's just like, oh, let's just move on. It's so crazy to want to figure out what happened. Let's just start issuing gag orders, and the way to honor him is to give money.
Because God knows court cases never, ever put gag orders in for murder cases. Totally didn't happen with the Idaho 4.
I don't know. There's just something really sick and demonic about the entire thing.
It's looking to me like the apparent plan was to assassinate Charlie Kirk, who had at
Let me guess, the other one's Michelle Obama?
long last faltered on the pro-Israel cause. Okay, his words, not mine.
Michael,
and then to stage a hostile takeover of his brand and of his legacy.
I can't do it just sounds like a garbage Hank Hill impression. Fellow Americans. My wife has a big old schlong.
Turning Point USA, the conservative grassroots organization co-founded by Kirk, announcing his widow Erica will take over as the group's CEO.
There's two things happening here. There's a widow, and then there is the chairman and the CEO, and she has assumed that role, okay? So criticisms pertaining to anything at Turning Point USA that are being directed at Erica are fair. Yeah, I'm putting the...
Don't jump up on the keyboard, okay? Are you fed up with me being up? I know you want attention so bad. So bad. Oh, you do got your bone. What are you talking? Okay. You did get it. What the heck? Give me that. Sit. Sit. I'm not throwing this to you. Sit. You know that. No, sit. Good boy. Do it. Good boy.
fire here right at the feet of Turning Point because I am
That's
disgusted.
my boy Bishop.
I
He's a
am
good dog.
genuinely disgusted. I am looking around and wondering whether Charlie's entire life was the Truman Show. None of you guys are behaving in the way that you should be
Jesus
behaving.
Christ, this is
But
so
I'm starting to think that
over-exaggerated.
the assassination of Charlie Kirk was something akin
Hey, thank
to
you, Yuck. I appreciate that, man. Seriously, thank you so much. And
a regicide, right? The
guys are amazing.
assassination of a king
You guys
to
are
install
absolutely amazing.
a new ruler who the king would have never approved
Oh,
of.
yeah, no.
He left me
No
a
shot collar at all.
blueprint
Just
in
positive
all of his
reinforcement.
journals, but more so than that, I was his vault for literally everything. He shared everything with me.
So the reason why I named him Bishop is because I had a previous dog. He ended up dying of pancreatic cancer, unfortunately, like last year. And his name was King. Now he was a rescue. I didn't name him King. He was a rescue from another family that just could not handle him. He was a white boxer. And when we got Bishop as a puppy. Yeah, it was King and Bishop. So I just decided chess pieces. Why not?
His vision, his dreams.
In the event of his untimely death, like, you know, he just, in the third notebook, he was like, oh, and if I accidentally get shot on campus, here's what you should do. Call Erica, and then after you call
It just makes it to where we know what you're talking about, what you're referencing when you reply to a super chat.
Erica, come find this notebook. And in this notebook, you'll see that I am using adjectives like fantastic
thank you.
and
I
heroic
appreciate
to
that.
describe Mikey McCoy.
My husband's chief of staff.
When we get if we get another dog, we're gonna name him Rook. I think that'd be really cool.
The amazing
Or Knight. I
Mikey
don't know.
McCoy.
Why are you doing that? Why do I feel like you're trying to program me?
Pawn, I
and
think, would be
if
mean.
during this process
If I get a
of
cat,
our
if I ever got a cat, I
imagination,
would name it
common sense comes on and we're like, but wait, Charlie, wasn't he like a boy genius? He's a pretty
Oh, Knight
bright
can be the
kid.
cat?
Wouldn't
Yeah,
he
maybe.
have maybe formalized that succession plan outside of like a diary?
Oh yeah, Bishop's sick in X-Men. Absolutely.
Maybe call one of his many lawyers. Maybe
Doesn't Bishop have
formalize it
similar
in
powers
a
to
will,
Gambit?
because that's what you're supposed to do if you are thinking about dying and you need to make a plan. You
Questioning myself now.
make a will. I'm sure he had a will, but no, he wanted to put it in these notebooks.
Oh,
and then the
no,
plan
Lucas
was to
Bishop,
guilt
I know
us,
who
I
it is.
think, to try to haunt us with the ghost of Charlie's notebooks that we're
Yeah, he's very
never
similar
going
to
to be
Gambit.
allowed to read, but we're supposed to accept that they most definitely read. Like, for sure.
Checkmate would be a good
That's
name
what it
too.
feels
Yeah.
like. I am told that these people believe the official narrative.
Yeah, I mean, look, so far there's nothing wrong with the official narrative, Candace. If like you haven't done anything to debunk the official narrative yet.
Lone shooter. No one else involved, just Doug.
Nobody said no one else involved. There's a Trantifa underground involvement. They've already released that, Candace. It wasn't alone.
Crazy guy with too many pronouns in his bio.
To have seen the autopsy report, to have seen the different evidence portions that have been collected,
I love Razor Fist. I wish I could
I
get in
trust our
contact with
team.
him.
Hey, 1963 called and they want their narrative
He's a
back.
good
All that's
metalhead.
missing from the story is a grassy knoll, right? Just need the grassy knoll. Anyways, back at headquarters, I am told it's business as usual, and it's kind of giving me like, I don't know,
Hey, Libertas,
LBJ
Veritas.
when he gets sworn in that famous picture.
I agree.
Unfortunately, sworn in. Unfortunately, of course, he's sad in this photo. Gosh, he's obviously not wanting to be the president of the United States. JFK was shot and killed, and now LBJ has to step up, unfortunately. But I gotta be honest, I wasn't there. I don't think LBJ was actually that upset. I don't know why. Vibes. The vibes just aren't vibing for
Man, Candace and her vibes.
me in that picture, but maybe he was. Maybe the truth is that LBJ simply, to use an expression, had his wits about him. It becomes clearer
I wouldn't like confuse vibes and LBJ together like that.
and clearer. It just screams at me that this was an inside job, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Everything's an inside job though, but we still don't have any proof of it at all. Gee, I wonder where Ben Shapiro got the idea that Candace Owens implicated Erica Kirk. Yeah, exactly. It's completely ridiculous. Completely ridiculous.
Hey, Candace.
Let's see what Candace here has got to say. I want to kind of go through everything. Oh, what's Tim Pool saying here? When I go out, I never want to hear anyone talk about Israel. Keep being told that they are yet I've heard nobody at bowling, darts, the bar, family events. Yeah, I don't talk to anybody about Israel or anything. Like, I have a lot of friends who are pro-Palestine. I've never talked to them about it at all. I don't talk to my friends or family about any of this stuff, really, because it's old. It's tiresome, and nobody actually cares what's going on across the pond in comparison to what's going on in their own country. Nobody cares. Like, who cares when we're over here in the United States? We just want our home to be fixed. Then maybe we can worry about policing the rest of the world when we become the perfect country. You know what I mean? Till then, like, I don't know. This is completely ridiculous, though. Oh, what's he burning? Oh, he's burning Talmuds and Quran. What the heck? Who is this? Is this Alex Stein? Wait.
No Quran. America's a Christian country.
Oh, never mind. I thought that was Alex Stein at first. I was like, he's doing something funny, but I actually don't care about the book burning stuff. Let's see here. Let's go to Candace's page here. See what she's leaving us with tonight. This is only getting funny. Okay, so there's that. I said on show today. Okay, I already saw this. Saw that today on the show. Okay, so she hasn't gotten anything else yet. Just kind of, here's a fact, apparently. This week has made me realize the true impact of Charlie's voice behind the scenes. He would often privately push the admin away from policies that he knew would have a negative impact on the country. Without him, the admin is completely out of touch. Okay. Okay. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I think Tim Pool might be doing some decent work. I think there's a lot of other people up there that could be doing really, really good work. I'm not convinced necessarily that they're not. Man, what is going on? I feel like allergies are flaring up all of a sudden. Man. Let's see. So anyway, I don't know. What do you guys think about all this here? I'm just going to turn it over to chat for now. Let's see. Israel. You also could get a vibe from a Flash. I think Candace can connect any two people or events in history. She probably genuinely could. Honestly, hey, she has a dream. You know what I mean? A crazy dream about Charlie Kirk almost every night, which is weird. What our man feels about that? I've dreamed about Charlie Kirk last night again. Oh, great. That'd be my response at that point, That is an idiot Jack something that got arrested at J6 and tried to arrange a White Lives Matter deal. Oh, okay. So he's just like a LARPer. Yeah, sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, well. Is there anything whatsoever interesting going on right now? Let's see trending stuff. Let's see. Federal authorities arrest Gavin Newsom's former chief of staff. Oh, that's interesting. We have to do that tomorrow. Tim Pool's Matt Walsh Patriot math riddle goes viral. Our parrot math riddle? What's that? Europe underwear concepts draws backlash. Oh, that's how they're trying to fix it. Not by arresting the people, but making like a harder undergarment for women to get off, or for them to get off of women. Really? That's crazy. Hey, don't step up there. Here, bone. Come on. Me to throw it? You want me to throw it? Oh, he wants it thrown. Oh, go get it. Man, he is really wanting attention today. Oh, it made another metal song? Yeah, I would like to definitely see that. Let me pull it on up. Hammer of the Dawn. Okay. I'll definitely keep that. I will definitely check that out here later on. Let's see. Let's do this, this, and this. Let's see what's just kind of going on real quick. A viral post about underwear in Europe has sparked widespread criticism, highlighting the continent's escalating violence, wherein one of 3 women faces it. That's so crazy. Like, that's so crazy. You think that's going to stop them at all? Oh my God, this is so disgusting. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, how about allowing women to carry? Yeah, exactly. 100%. 100%. Am I following Brittany Venti on here? Why am I not? What the heck? Okay. Well, we got that. That's crazy. That's some crazy stuff. I'll probably do a video on that tomorrow. Tim Pool's, let's see. Tim Pool posted a math puzzle on X Wednesday featuring an image of a man resembling Matt Walsh with a parrot on his head. Okay. What about this? Obviously, this would be 30. Right? This is 170. Wait. Okay, wait, no, I'm looking at this backwards. Hold on. So. Yeah, this would be 170. Yeah, so the parrot's 30. Parrot is 30. Whatever the tallness is. How tall is the parrot? It's bigoted to assume that every white man with glasses and a beard is me. That said, it does look like me. It's just funny. Yeah, why are people freaking out about this? I mean, Grok says it's 30. Yeah, okay, so that's crazy. All right. So they're saying the parrot's 15? I'm confused. Hey, boy, calm down. I'll take you out in a few. Oh, you're wanting to play tug. You're wanting to play tug with this, aren't you? Oh. All right, boy, I'll play with you in a second, I promise. It's just 5 more minutes, buddy. 5 more minutes, okay? He is excited. This is about the time of day I take him out. If you lived in Europe, you might buy those, to be honest. I would just absolutely be packing heat. I just wouldn't go to Europe in general, though. At this point, I'd be fleeing Europe. You know what I mean? Bag of envelope, literally with double check. Matt is 185. And then 15. I don't understand. Like, how are people getting 15? That's crazy that they would even say 15. Because the whole point is I know people are looking at the parrot like, oh, this is the parrot. And then this line, maybe they are trying to say that the line is 170. Okay? And that this is 15 because they're leaving this part out. But the problem with that is I think it's going from the parrot all the way on up to Matt Walsh here. Matt Walsh's head. This guy is Matt Walsh. Therefore, the parrot would be 30. But it leaves that information out. So is it the line that this is 170? Or is it the line plus the parrot that's 170? And until we actually know that with some actual clarification on the words, then it's both 30 and 15. So I don't know. Yeah, you gotta. It's not clear. We don't know what it's measuring. So whatever. Funny little tidbit. Would not do a video over that though. Anyway, Dana Wilkinson, who served as California Governor Gavin Newsom's chief of staff from 2022 to December 2024, was arrested on Wednesday on a 23-count of federal indictment of allegedly diverting over $225,000 from an inactive political campaign. Oh, so this guy actually got charged. Is this the one that got busted by Project Veritas? Is this the whole Project Veritas thing that I just saw happen? That's crazy. Wow. Absolutely insane. Well, that is pathetic. Did Candace pay her $7,000 to say it? I agree. We should start using that. Thank you so much for that, though, Brad. I genuinely appreciate that. And seriously, thank you, guys. Y'all are spoiling me for no reason. I didn't deserve that. Thank you all. Seriously, I'm very grateful for you guys. I just, really appreciate you guys liking and subscribing. Going out of your way to do that, super chats and whatnot. I mean, thank you. I don't ask for that, but man, seriously, thank you guys. What Megan doesn't realize, it's just a matter of time before Candace turns on her too. Probably. Oh, probably. She burns bridges with every single person. Every single one. And to put it in Candace's words, she's the common denominator. I don't know. I'm just blown away. I'm completely, totally blown away by it. There's absolutely no reason whatsoever. Just ridiculous. But hey, it is what it is. And the reasoning why that lawsuit matters is because she is the girlfriend of the FBI director, so it does matter. Yeah, I guess so, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's weird. It's all weird. The worst case scenario, best case scenario is, he wins. And if he wins, then he had a case. I guess maybe we'd have to go through the case. We'll have to see every detail behind it. And if he loses, he gets embarrassed publicly, which is most likely what would happen because it's hard to prove those, defamation cases. Defamation cases rarely ever have a win at the end of them. It's really, really dumb. And he might not even sue, you know, at the end of the day. He might not. Just, you know, he could just be blowing smoke, you know. Candace better watch her AA messing with Patel. Yeah. I mean, she probably should, depending on what she says. I don't know. She probably has a good way of, like, saying awful things without actually it breaking the law. Hey, buddy, you cannot be on the desk, man. Can't be on the desk. I know you want to be, but you can't. I have stuff up here. You want me to throw it? Well, bring it to me. Hey, you don't want me to throw it? All right, I won't throw it. Aha! I've got your bone. Not as clever as you thought. It was a stinker, you know? And he like comes over here and protests that he wants me to grab the bone and throw it. But he'll leave it across the room and he'll come up to me and start jumping on me like, go get it. And it's like, no, up yours. You go bring it to me. Lazy butt. Absolutely lazy dog. He's doing good though. He just wants to play. This is the time I take him out back and just throw the ball with him before we go and put the kids to bed. Let's see. Candace want to be with Patel's wife. Right. I mean, that's really funny. She's moved on from Charlie. Now she's wanting to get with Patel's wife, not with Patel. That'd be such a funny twist. Oh man, that's a good one. That's really, really funny. His girlfriend's a good version of Taylor Swift. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. She's already filed for dismissal. Oh, yeah. Candace is already pushing for, maybe, oh, wait, no, I think Julia knows that. I think she's making the joke that Candace will also push to dismiss, anybody else's. Yeah, but she's trying to get the, Macron case dismissed now, which she said she wouldn't do. Just hilarious. Kash Patel is not part of the deep state. He may or may not be. I don't know if he is or isn't. I mean, obviously, I don't have that kind of evidence. I would like to think he's not, but I also would like to think Trump's not, you know? And I for sure thought Trump was back in 2016. I thought he was Hillary Clinton's best friend, you know what I mean? And then he started doing things that were not that way, and I was impressed. And I was like, oh. So then I voted for him in 2020, and then I voted for him in 2024. I didn't vote for him in 2016. I voted third party because I thought for sure the left and the right, they're the same party. You know what I mean? I just didn't know much about Trump at all. I was a kid. I had no idea about what Trump meant to the United States from the 70s onward. I didn't know about any of that history. Crazy stuff, you know? Hello, Planet Alamani. Man, thank you for being here. I mean, thanks for the stream. Thank you guys. You guys are the ones making the stream happen. You guys allow me, like, with all this going down, you guys have allowed me to stream more and more just simply by you all being here. It helps out so much. Genuinely, thank you guys. Like, this is all you. None of this is me. I'm just a talking head, you know? Trump needs to balance being against the deep state and staying alive. Yeah. He probably does. We don't know the internal civil war that could be going on with our government right now, because if there is an internal civil war going on with the government, it would never be made public until it ends. It just wouldn't. Because there's just no way to, like, it would create such chaos. Who knows what all is being moved, and they're probably not even saying anything to each other, really. It's probably one side just kind of doing a couple things, and then the other side making their moves, and both sides trying not to get caught. You know, changing things to benefit either the country or the people inside of the government. It's some crazy stuff, I imagine, going on there, if there is something like that going on. So, really hard to tell. Really, really, really hard to tell who's the good guy, who's the bad guy in all of this. We just got to hope that we made the right choice at the end of the day. That's really all we can do. And I haven't seen anything to contradict my choice at the moment. And Candace, she hasn't provided anything either. But she's making me really question the other side. She's making me question all those who are going against Trump and all those getting paid off. You know what I mean? All those who could be getting paid off. She's siding. It seems like to me she's siding with the left. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. Hey, thank you, Wheel. Man, I appreciate that, guys. For real. Holy crap, thank you all. Oh my God. I've never had this many super chats before, ever. Like, I don't know. I genuinely don't even know what to say. Like, thank you guys. Oh my God, thank you guys. Candace has been a bad faith commentator for many years. Grateful for what you do, man. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you guys. Yeah, she's a malignant narcissist. Careful, there's a word in there that I can't say on YouTube. Oh, man. Say that 5 times fast. What else going on here? NHS, Wolf, Watergate, Kamala. Let's see what Kamala's up to. Is Kamala doing anything weird right now? You know? My next live, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I'll be going. So I typically stream Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sometimes I take a day off or so in between. I don't think I'm going to take a day off from streaming this week at all. The main reason why I did last week, my wife was seriously sick. So I don't know if you guys know this. Okay. I'm going to let a lot of you guys in on this here. It's not like I've kept it secret, but I disappeared off of YouTube for a full year doing politics. During that time, I was doing a lot. I was actually starting to really snowball a bit for stuff I was talking about 2 years ago. 3 years ago now, maybe? I get my timelines a little mixed up. And I had to take a full year off because my wife got incredibly sick. Incredibly sick. And it was very unfortunate. She's got an autoimmune issue, and it happened after the poke. What else happened after the poke? I used to be a security supervisor for Google. Okay, not for Google. I worked at a Google site. I was for Securitas. But we were contracted. And, really, if you're at Google, you're at Google. Oh, my God, Yuck. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I don't know what to say. Thank you, guys. Seriously, thank you, guys. But anyway, so I'm at Google. And then Biden comes down, and he's like, hey, everybody has to get the poke or else you lose your jobs here. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get the poke. I'm fine. I'll go find somewhere else to work. And they fired me because I didn't get the poke. So I lost my amazing Google job that paid me a lot of money. And I just had to start all over. So my wife, she's an RN, and she didn't have to take the poke. And I begged her not to. But, she's an RN. She's like, no, I trust the medicine, all that. And then unfortunately, not that long after, autoimmune issues badly. And very, 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 very sick. And so I had to step away from all of this. And it was a really hard time. Now she's doing so much better. We got it under control. We found out most autoimmune stuff is diet. As it turns out, 99% of anything, if you have any autoimmune stuff, just try a good, healthy, clean diet. No seed oils, none of that stuff. Eat more meats. It's amazing what it'll do. Drink only water. It really can fix everything up quite a bit. And it has for her. And I'm so thankful because things were getting scary. And now everything's great again. I'm back here and with you guys. I'm so thankful you guys are here. Because without you guys, I think I might have gone insane. You know what I mean? You all are amazing. Every one of you all are amazing. Thank you all so, so much. Seriously. But yeah, I'll be live for sure tomorrow night. Yeah, water. It's amazing. Now, the bad thing about water, check into your city and see if your water's safe to drink. Otherwise, you got to pretty much buy bottled water. And even that bottled water has too much chlorine in it. It's just not good. We are destroying our bodies. Hey, Brad. More and more channels are pushing back. This is an evil attack on everything that Charlie believed. I agree. Shania Wilson, hey, thank you so much. First live with you. Thank you so much for being here. Man, congrats on gaining 16.3 thousand subscribers. Hey, thank you. Well, I haven't gained 16.3 thousand subscribers in this whole thing, but I did gain like 1,000 and about 1,200, 1,100, 1,200 now, I think. Anyway, November 8th, I was at 15,430. So, how many days is that away? So in 4 days, I've almost gained 1,000 subs. That's unbelievable, guys. You guys are something else. You guys are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh no, I didn't get any did I miss any Rumble chats? Because I don't get anybody from Rumble anymore. Oh, RPW was here. Candace hate and envy is ugly. I'm sorry, I missed your chat there, buddy. I think he's the only one who commented on Rumble. I do all these like multi-streams and I never check Rumble. But I don't see anything from Rumble. So there is that. Nothing else. Yeah, nothing else from Rumble. Okay. Just making sure. Let's see here. Man. Let's see. You boil and filter yours? Yeah, absolutely. Well, the thing is you can't boil out chlorine at all. You have to use a saltwater system. Or you could just leave the water out on your counter open, and all that chlorine will evaporate out over time too. But boiling it actually traps chlorine. So, unfortunately, there is that. And then there's also heavy metals and stuff that can't boil out. They stay at the bottom because, metals can't evaporate. Some metals can't evaporate. I guess every metal can technically evaporate, but your stove ain't getting it hot enough to do that. And so I used to have a water system in my old house. And unfortunately, I had to sell it and move. We didn't want to, but we had to whenever, the whole Biden mandate kicked in and lost us all our jobs. Or lost me my job, not all our jobs. It was rough. It was very, very, very rough getting through all that. Now we're here, and everything's better, and it's just, it's amazing. I usually go live sometime between 3:30 and 4:30 is when I start my live streams. It depends on what I'm doing with the kiddos and the wife at the time. Usually we're going out for a hike or taking the kids out. We run our kids down because they have so much energy. It is insane. If they don't get ran down for like 2 to 3 hours outside straight, they ain't going to sleep and they're bouncing off the walls. It's completely ridiculous. And it's like, how do we end up with the most hyperactive children possible? It's a lot of fun. It reminds me of my childhood so much. So I'm out at the park. We're just, doing crazy stuff out in the middle of the woods. We try to be out there as much as possible to recreate my entire childhood, which I spent like 99% of it in the woods and playing guitar. Woods and playing guitar and playing a little bit of Final Fantasy, and that was pretty much it, Hanging out with all my friends, doing that stuff. Oh, yeah, your water's on a well. Nice. You have a salt system then in your house, I bet. Oh, thank you for putting me on all over Instagram. I appreciate that. Hey, Ed, good to see you back here. Well, Ed's never truly gone. He's always with us. Even when the stream's not on, he's still here. He's a trooper, that's for sure. Man, literally watching, actually having a heart attack and watching my content still live. Absolute trooper. It's unbelievable. Man, Ed, you are one of the backbones of this channel for sure. It's amazing. Madness, too, all you guys. Everybody's a backbone to the channel. I can't do it without a single person here. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, Ed's been around for a while, too. And Madness. They've been around for a long, long time. Lisa's been around for a long time, too. I see a lot of people. This is going to start freaking me out because if more people start coming in here, I feel like I'm going to start forgetting people, and I don't want to do that. I feel immensely guilty if I see someone's name and I don't recognize it, and I'm like, but have they been on the channel before? And, it just... I can go to channel activity. What's this? Okay, cool. Kind of. Wait. Oh, I can only see. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I can go to people. I can go really specifically into people's chats. That's crazy. Oh, it's not all me. I didn't create the audience. You guys came here. I got lucky. That's what's happening. I'm getting lucky. Our water's on high levels of that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, water's disgusting these days. I don't know how we haven't fixed our water. How do we not have good water in this country? It should be mandatory that every single home is required to come with a saltwater system. It's unbelievable. And a reverse osmosis system and a water purifier under the sink. It should be mandatory that your homes come with that. And the government should subsidize that because the government has failed us on our water supply. So they should make it to where as soon as that water hits, it all gets pulled out, all the stuff gets purified and everything right there in your home. It just should happen. That's one of those things to where I will gladly have tax dollars come out to make sure people have clean drinking water. It's the one thing we can't survive without. To me, it's important more than almost any other program we have. I would cut so many programs just to make sure that everybody had freaking water. It's shocking to me that we are just poisoning people through the water and the government's just fine with it. Also, one of the other things is also putting our electric completely underground. How the hell we haven't done that yet? That's psychotic. Why is our electric from the 1800s? All our electric lines are still the same way. That's really disturbing, but there's that. You adopted your grandson. You were outside all the time. Oh yeah, absolutely. He's only 2, and your grandson there's only 1 year younger than my youngest. My youngest is 3 right now. They are absolutely handfuls. 5 and 3. I can't believe I'm here. You live in Kentucky and they're all ignoring it. Yeah. See, I'm in Oklahoma. It's same stuff here. Genuinely and sincerely trying to find the truth and humble. Oh man, I appreciate that. I do. Because the thing about it is Candace could be right. I just don't like the way she's going about it. She's finger pointing so freaking hard. Like she's just pointing at all, and then she's like, "I know these people did it," and it's like, okay, and then she'll just move on. It's like, all right, well, I'm glad we know you did it, but we're glad you know they did it. How are you convincing us? Like, I don't mind Candace being right. I just wish she would actually do the job, Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Breaking, holy S. Kamala Harris' Secret Service detail to be questioned in the January 6th pipe bombing. Oh, in front of the RNC and DNC. It's going to come out. Oh, that's actually huge news. That's really big news. That was from November 11th, though. Man, I'm missing some news in a lot of this stuff, too. There's so much that it's hard to cover. Really hard to cover. Just out of curiosity, guys, I would like to know from you all. At some point, this Candace stuff is going to end, obviously. No matter how much she starts milking it, because if she keeps milking and milking and milking all the way into next year and still doesn't, supply anything, I'm probably just going to move on from her and start ignoring her. Because it's just getting to the point where I'll just be repeating myself over and over and over again. So what is it that you guys would like? What do you guys care about the most? Do you want me to cover more Trump stuff? Do you want me to cover more stuff like this directly from the government? Or would you guys like something more like clowning on like Hassan and all those people or stuff like that? A little bit of both. Or do you just keep doing what I'm doing? Is that, do you guys like that too? Because, it just kind of curious. Oh, yeah, I do. At some point, I will have to live stream about Keffels or Giggly Goon. Are they still active, though? Are those people still active at all online, or have they been, completely ran offline now? Man, my hair is... Why is it floating in front of my face? Ooh. Hold on. Just gonna... There we go. Get all that out. My hair is starting to, kind of float up, and it keeps hitting me in the nose. I don't know what's going on. It's probably all these gray hairs coming in. They're all coming in, and they're a bit more coarse. What do you want? What do you want, boy? What is it? What? What is it? I'll go get it. Why is it all the way over there? You want me to throw that thing? Please come and ask. Aha. Alrighty. Good boy. Good catch. Dang. I can't believe he caught that sucker. It's a heavy bone. Anyway, let's see here. Your daughter decided she didn't want to be... 17 thought it was better than... Yeah, It happens. It happens. I've had family like that, I've definitely seen that before. Let's see. She will never stop trying to destroy Erica. I think so, too. Jay-Witt's cool, too. Yeah, Jay-Witt's awesome. Oh, Jay-Witt sent you guys here. Hey. Oh, man. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Jay-Witt's awesome. Man, I appreciate him. I genuinely appreciate that guy. Let's see. Oh, you sound Jay-Witt from here. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. You guys, everyone should go subscribe over to Jay-Witt. Let me pull up his stuff here. I definitely need to... Let's see. Oh, he's right here. He's live right now. Oh, he's live right now. I'm going to talk to him through a live stream. Hello. Does that even work that way? That'd be hilarious.
I'm pretty sure they are going to be bonkers. I don't see any yet. All that means.
Has anybody ever done that before? Has anybody ever pulled up a live stream and directly started trying to talk through the live stream? That'd be hilarious.
They're coming. I know they're dialing up right now. They're getting cut and clipped right now.
Hey, everyone, go real quick. Go over to this guy's channel and, tell him I sent you. Go into the chat, subscribe to this guy and be like, hey, already sending us. You know what I mean? I owe this man. I definitely owe this guy. He's been shouting me out. He's got 58,000 people. I mean, he doesn't have to. He found a smaller channel and decided to, shout me out. Like, that's amazing. That's such a nice thing to do. I am genuinely thankful for that.
I'm working on
Let's see what he's doing.
Our next Jeopardy game. I will let you all know. It'll probably be at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Well, I know it'll be at the end of the month. So
absolutely. Let me link him. Let me link his stream right now. I'm gonna link it right here in the chat. There we go. That probably came in so fast too. You're probably like, hey, how did he send that before he even said it? But there's a little bit of a delay. I think anyway. There may or may not be. But I think there's probably a delay. Nice meeting y'all. Baby waking. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, hey, absolutely. Well, you have a good night. Thank you so much for coming here. I gotta hop off here and tell the wife that I'm ready to help put these suckers in the bath. Oh man. Bath time is just like you're just getting soaked. There's no way around it. They're just gonna splash everything, It's it's one of those things. It's no matter what before bed, they got a lot of energy. Just not as much energy when we run them down outside. It's just great. It's great that we figured that out. We have ankylosing. Wait, what is that? Spondylitis. Having your son triggered it. It's autoimmune. Oh, I've never heard of that one. That's a crazy name. What is this? Let me look up what your autoimmune stuff is going on right now here. Oh, it's joint stuff. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, it's for your back. Is it like a scoliosis kind of type of arthritis, spectrum of axial, okay. Oh, okay. So it's the type, it's the one that makes your back start to curl forward, isn't it? I see. How do you stop that? Does diet help? I'm sorry you have that. Is there, because the wife right now, it's looking like she's developing lupus symptoms, but we're not sure because, man, autoimmune takes so long to get a diagnosis. Takes years. It's, but it turned into POTS because of how aggravated it got. Oh, let me give him a like too, guys. If you go on over here, go ahead and give him a like. Looks like he's hopping off, I think.
He'll subscribe and
yeah, it looks like he's hopping off here too. So I'm gonna hop off here as well here in a few. Oh, there's not enough memory on this page. Oh, I need to get rid of DuckDuckGo browser so bad. Can't message on his live tab because you have to be a subscriber to the channel for 5 minutes. Oh, right. That sucks. So we can't do a quick raid. Can I raid? Is there a way, can I raid at all? They don't have that feature on YouTube? I don't think, do they? Oh, Andy just did this. Well, guys, just go ahead and subscribe to him. And tell him I sent you, just so that way he knows, that, I'm trying to get him back, and that I genuinely appreciate him. He does good work. Carpelli, hey, how you doing? Aiming on the water, absolutely, yeah. And I'm sorry you have that condition though. I hope that it eases up. He's ending now. Yeah, give him a like at least. Hey guys, that's awesome. I appreciate that seriously, and I'm sure he will too. So anyway, guys, yeah, thank you all so much for coming here. I'll be live tomorrow night. And we're going to have a really, really good stream tomorrow night. Yeah, Kick Allows live stream raid. Yeah, nobody comes to Kick. I'm streaming on Kick. Literally, I can't get a single person over there. It's bizarre. I couldn't do it on Twitch either. But YouTube, it's never given me too much issues. So, I don't know. I just have it over there as an option to bring people in. But I don't know how Kick or Twitch work. It's weird. It's such a weird thing. And subscribe from Glenn Beck today because somehow people who aren't Mo AS can ban people and they're against freedom of speech. Yeah, I don't follow Glenn Beck, to be honest. I don't know. Anyway, no, seriously, thank you guys. I better get down there and get a hold of these kids before they drive mama crazy. Seriously, thank you all. I am very grateful for you guys. I'll probably say that every stream, and I'm going to be cheesy and weird, but it's the truth. So seriously, thank you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.